We talk about listeners planning epic date nights all the time.
Yeah, I'm impressed by some of them.
But this one could literally go down in the record books.
What?
Wow.
And when I say literally, I do mean literally.
Oh,
Okay.
they were like breaking records?
And when I say go down,
Oh, what?
you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
all right.
must have been a good time then.
Anyway,
Record breaker.
welcome Kyle to the show. What's up, Kyle?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Oh,
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Wow.
you sound like a crazy record breaker, Kyle.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a lot of energy. So tell us about the girl that you went out with. What's her name?
Her name's Abby. She's pretty awesome. We met on Hinge.
Okay.
So-
How long did you talk with Abby before your guys' first date?
I don't know, maybe like a good week,
Okay.
Okay.
maybe even a little bit more than that.
What did you find attractive about Abby?
Well, I mean, she's beautiful. Like a lot of her photos were travel, like around the world, and I love traveling. And she looks like she likes to have a lot of fun. And
You
so,
know that's a strategy, right? That we put those photos. Okay.
Yeah.
anyways.
Of course. And it
Just
worked,
checking.
Alexis.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, so what did you and Abby end up doing for your date? You mentioned something about breaking records in your email.
yeah. So she's got a pretty crazy schedule. So we were having a hard time pinning down a date, and like the only time she had open was a night I already had an event planned with some of my buddies.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I just thought, you know what? My friends are nice guys, and even though it was a big event, I would have a lot of time to like spend with her. So I invited her along.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
No?
Like,
No.
no, there's not very much pressure. You know, it's more of a hangout, like get to know you situation. I mean, I guess depending on what the event was with your buddies.
That's
Maybe I
true.
should ask that.
Yeah, what was it?
Yeah, so I guess like in hindsight, maybe it wasn't the best thing
Uh-oh.
to invite her to. So like you've heard of the Guinness Book of World Records, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
So I have always, since I was a kid, always wanted to be in it. And I found one that my friends and I have been working towards. So, okay, my buddy owns a bar.
Okay.
It's the Guinness Book of World Records has a woman in Germany. She opened 8 bottles of beer with her feet in under a minute.
Whoa.
Wait, you were trying to break that record that night?
I mean, it's not the first time I've tried, but this was like the real, like, this is going to be it.
Official.
Okay.
Wow.
I thought you said
dude.
you'd have time to talk to her.
Oh, dude. But having a girl watch you break a world record, like, there's no other.
Does that cut up your toes?
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I mean, what are the rules of this?
So basically, you use like duct tape and you put bottle openers on your feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
That sounds more realistic.
you're at a
Yeah.
bar with your buddy walking around with bottle openers duct taped to your feet trying to impress a lady.
Not the whole time. I mean, like just like for the competition. But of course, like when we walk in, all my friends are there. There's other people there who are like, they know what's happening. So they start chanting my name. They're like, Kyle, Kyle, Kyle. So she looks at me like, what is going on?
Wait a
But,
minute.
like,
You didn't prep her beforehand? She was looking around like, what's going on? You didn't tell her
Yeah.
what you were going to be doing?
yeah, sort of.
Oh,
So
man.
she walks in and like sees her date with bottle openers strapped to his bare feet, and she's thinking, "Oh God, this is the
I
guy."
hope nobody orders a beer.
I mean, look, I didn't want to brag about it. I didn't want to like say, I'm going to be doing this really cool thing.
No, you're right. You shouldn't brag about that.
I mean, the thing is, don't lie about the schedule. You invited her there because you were the star of the night and you thought you would impress her, which is fine. But
Yeah.
let's just be honest right now.
Of course.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, there's worse things. So I don't think it was that bad.
Okay. You know,
Okay.
It's
maybe
fine.
we're too quick to judge this.
Yeah,
Like,
it sounds kind of fun.
tell us more about what happened once Abby got there and you guys were hanging out with your bottle open feet.
Well, I was just like say the bottle openers weren't on my feet yet. We were
Okay.
just like having a good time, and then it was time. So I have to go get ready, put the bottle openers on my feet,
Mhm.
and then it's time. And you got to go. You got a minute. I've got to get 9 bottles open to beat the
Whoa.
record.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Did you do
And-
it?
Jeez.
Unfortunately, I did not.
Oh.
Oh, how many did you get through?
No.
I got to the 6th bottle, but it just, I don't know. My feet were tired. It was a beast.
Wait, so I have a question because this record sounds really important to you. After you didn't do it, did you like pout? I mean, were you a sore loser?
Oh.
I don't think I was. It was one of those things, I wasn't going to let it ruin my life or even ruin my night.
Did you at
Okay.
least give her one of the opened foot beers?
Ew.
Ew.
He's like,
Could sign the back of it.
Gross.
I'll sign the back when I actually
Oh.
beat the record.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Look,
Makes sense.
I'll make you a martini." Grabs
Makes
the shaker
sense.
with his foot. And
Yeah.
just starts-
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to drink out of one of the shameful failed
Hey.
foot beers.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
true.
You know what they say about a man that's good with his feet, though?
That's good with
He's
the
What?
weird.
I don't know, but it sounded like the good start of something.
Yeah, maybe. So, I mean, it sounds like kind of a fun event for the crowd, but was there
Yeah.
any actual romance happening between
Yeah.
you and Abby during this whole time?
Doesn't seem romantic.
No.
No.
But it's funny. There was a part where I told her, we were talking about the competition. I said, anybody could do this. I bet you could do it. Let me see your feet. And, she took her shoe off and she let me see her foot. And that was pretty cool.
Okay,
Wow, yeah,
you're
I
right.
love that.
Very
on a first
hot.
date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, how long has it been since this happened?
Almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And how did you leave that night?
We both drove there separately. So it was a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
Okay.
All my friends were around. So I'm going to be,
Ah.
Oh,
You
okay.
missed the opportunity to drive her home with your feet, bro. Now that one is sealed the deal.
That's impressive.
Foot high five.
Yeah.
It's a good sign, though. that-
No.
It's a good sign, though, that she at least gave you a hug and a kiss at the end of the night. So maybe there is a chance here.
And showed her foot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's racy. even.
Yeah.
So let's give it a shot. We're going to play a song. We'll come back, dial her number, maybe using my feet.
Oh, please don't,
Oh.
Jeff.
We could be here for 17 minutes, but we're going to do your second date right after this.
Thank you, guys.
All right, hold on, man. If you're just jumping into the second date, one of our listeners, Kyle, had a one-of-a-kind date night
That's
with
true.
a woman named Abby.
Very well said.
Yes.
I
Very
can't think of a
one-of-a-kind.
better way to say that.
Yes.
So he brought her to a bar that one of his buddies owns, and the activity for the night was Kyle attempting to set a new world record for number of beer bottles opened with his feet.
It was like a whole event at the bar.
Yeah. If you're wondering, I guess you strap bottle openers to your toes, and you have to do it that way. 8 was the record to beat in under a minute.
For a minute.
And after the minute was up, Kyle only managed to open 6.
Oh, man.
No
so
wonder
close.
she's not calling him
Loser.
back. Yeah.
It was a failure, not just on setting the record, but it would seem also for the date because, like Brooke said, Abby has not been returning Kyle's calls. But Kyle, before we reach out to her, I want to leave you with this quote, okay? Failure defeats losers, but inspires winners.
Oh, deep.
I hate quotes.
I saw that spray painted.
Alexis doesn't understand it.
I saw that
like,
spray
who
painted on the
cares?
side of a wall of a methadone clinic. So I feel
Yeah,
like
That's
really
good.
it's
one.
worth repeating.
Have we ever considered that she was the last record holder and she was offended?
Was
And
she
he
Ger-
trying
it was
to
a
break
German
the record.
woman.
Yeah.
She could be German. We haven't called her yet.
Who knows? It's possible. Kyle, what do you think?
Sure.
I think you could come back from this, Kyle. I mean, that's the thing.
Really?
I don't think where you messed up is actually doing the world record thing. I think it's not telling her before you got to the bar, not preparing her for that event.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But I wasn't trying to trick her or anything. It was a surprise.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
weren't being
right.
a creeper or weird
Right.
or anything. You were just doing your own thing.
It's
Right.
kind of a bro night.
It's always good for a person to have passions. Yours are just a little bit different than
Yeah.
others.
You're a little out there.
Did you hear,
Yeah.
Jose? You're not a creeper. You're just a guy that opens bottles with his feet.
Makes sense.
There's a difference.
Right, so here we go. I feel ready to make this call. Do you feel ready?
I do, absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That's the winning attitude that we need.
Yeah,
I'm going to
let's
dial
go.
Abby's number right now. Here we go.
Hello,
Hey, I'm looking for Abby.
this is Abby.
Hi, Abby. My name's Jeff. I work on a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh, I know your show.
Oh, thanks, Abby. That's
Hey,
awesome.
let's remember this day.
I know.
This is a big deal.
Maybe we should all retire now. Like, let's end on a high point. But no, Abby, so we're doing something called the second date. I guess you might be familiar with that.
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay,
Okay.
congratulations.
So,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, congratulations is a word.
It means somebody really likes you.
Yes, that's true, Abby. And so, obviously, you know how this works. Someone's trying to get a hold of you. Their name's Kyle.
oh gosh, of course it is.
Okay.
It sounds like
It
it sounds like you two had a very memorable night.
Yes.
Yes, it was weird.
Yeah.
She
'cause-
said it, not us.
So, yeah, Kyle did tell us a little bit about the night. Why don't you tell us about your perspective on it?
Did he tell you the activity?
Yeah, the world record for
Attempt.
opening bottles with his feet.
Yes.
When did you find out that was what he was doing that night? Because he also told us that he didn't tell you about it.
No. And that was the first thing that was jarring to me because I'm thinking we're just going to go to a bar and like get to know each other. And it's going to be him and I. And like, I knew this was a bar that his friend owned. And so I'm like, oh, cool. I'll get to meet his friend.
Yeah.
But I did not expect all of his friends to be at the bar. And I
Yeah.
certainly didn't expect when we walked into the bar for them to be chanting his name.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
That must have felt pretty cool.
No, this is like horrifying for me.
Were you thinking that a lot of the people there thought you were just a groupie?
I kind of think I lost the ability to think for a minute because I just was like in shock.
So wait, at that point, when they're chanting his name, you still have no idea why.
No.
Oh, no.
So after the chanting like dies down and his friends are coming up and like, hey man, you ready? And he tells me, he's like, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to try to beat a Guinness World Record tonight. I was like, what? And then he tells me what it is.
Uh-huh.
Again, what?
Yeah.
So are you saying the reason you're not calling him back is because of just the surprise of finding out what the activity for the night was?
Well, that's one reason, but there are more.
Oh,
more.
okay.
Yeah, so we're there and we're like, things are settling down and like, I'm feeling a little better and this is going to be okay. And I'm like, it's just a silly thing, right?
Right.
So he goes over like against the wall and he takes off his shoes and he's doing these feet exercise things against the wall.
Oh.
Stretches.
Okay.
There's just something about being barefoot in a bar that grosses me out.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like gag worthy.
Uh-huh.
And so then like I'm going toward him to like see what kind of exercises he's doing. And his friend intercepts me and is like, so glad that Kyle brought you, but you can't really talk to him right now. And like,
Oh.
you need to leave him alone because he has to focus.
Oh,
no.
Are you talking
no.
like 5 minutes before he does this thing, or?
I don't know what time he's going to do his thing. So I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder what Kyle would think about this because, as you probably know, Abby, Kyle's been on the other line listening this entire time and he wants to talk to you.
I forgot that part.
Oh, you did.
Oh.
Kyle, put your foot up to the speakerphone, okay? 'Cause we want to be able to hear you.
Hey, Abby.
Hi, Kyle. Hi.
So first, I just want to say I did not realize that my friends like took you aside.
Yeah.
I did not tell them to do that. That was way out of line.
Okay.
Sometimes your friends can be overprotective.
Yeah.
So I just want to say I apologize for that. And like, I'm not trying to make a joke here, like no puns, but like he really put his foot in his mouth.
Okay.
Mm.
That was a pun.
That was well done.
Nice, dude.
I approve.
No.
Hey, that's a good start though, Kyle. I mean, Abby.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But like something else that you didn't tell me that one of your friends told me that I just think is, I don't know, is that like if you were going to break the record, that you were probably going to be gone for a while because these people in Japan
What?
had offered you a position on some like game show tour over there to be like
What?
a professional feet bottle opener.
Wait, what does that mean, Kyle? Explain.
So I mean, I didn't mention anything because I thought, oh God, I wish my friends hadn't said anything. But yeah, so you guys know like lots of wild things are really popular in Japan. Like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
so they also have like there's like a lot of game shows and even talk shows that have people do like crazy things.
Yeah.
And one of them is like doing stuff with their feet, not like gross stuff. Well, sometimes it's gross, but not like dirty.
It's like it would all be gross.
So you're gonna be on one of these weird Japanese game shows?
There's been some interest, and it's not like I'd be there for years. It'd be like 3 or 4 months.
doing a little tour, kind of.
Kind of awesome.
I mean, it is kind of cool. If you're going to be good at something, even if it's weird, be the best, right? Tour.
Yeah.
What a story, like in your life, to be like, well, let me tell you about what I
Okay,
did.
guys,
Yeah.
he didn't get the world record.
That's
Yeah,
But he's still
Yeah.
working on it.
But-
I think it's awesome.
Sure, I mean it's pretty cool, but maybe if you're planning to head over to Japan really soon, it's not the best time to try and start dating someone here.
Yeah, but nothing's for sure. There's never good timing in life, Jeffrey. And Abby, you like traveling. That's what he said. He said he saw on your profile that you like to travel.
Yeah, I do. I've actually always wanted to go to Japan.
But he doesn't need
See?
her. No, listen. If he once the
Yeah,
ladies
okay.
in Japan see his feet tricks, oh, he's gonna be sworn with the ladies.
Okay.
Do you think you could tell your boss, hey, can I get 4 or 5 months off work? I'm going to go watch my boyfriend open bottles in Japan with his feet.
No, I don't think that would fly.
Aw.
Hey guys, can I just say though, money's not everything. but the kind of money that I would get paid, even like as a beginner, I could quit my job. I would only have to work for maybe 5 months a year.
That's cool,
What?
bro.
There's some perks there.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, now Alexis
I'm
thinks he's
interested.
hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
My feet can do a lot.
I mean, that's not too bad though either.
Does that change
Foot massage.
anything for you, Abby?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of more interesting than I thought.
And it's a
Yeah.
reason why he was
See?
taking it so seriously, right? There's actually
Yeah.
something on the line here.
I mean, you
Yeah.
have to look at all the positives from this date. This is a guy who is committed to something very, very deeply. He's passionate. He's going to travel with you. He could possibly only work 4 to 5 months a year.
That'd be
Strong
so
feet.
sweet.
If you ever order a beer at a nice restaurant, he is going to be the coolest person. ever.
Oh, yeah. Just
Right?
opening all sorts of stuff with his feet wherever you go. So I think maybe you should consider going out on another date with him. And if you do, we will pay for that date.
Ooh.
I think I will. I will.
Okay.
We
did it.
All right.
Abby, I promise you won't regret this. I'll make up that first date. I will keep my shoes on the whole time. I promise.
All right, shoes on, but clothes off.
That is so awkward. That is so awkward.
This is the first date I can think of in a while where the police actually got involved.
What?
Oh, no.
I know.
That's not good.
Well, I know personally I deal with a lot of men in uniform.
I bet
So
you do.
I'm kind of curious about this situation, if it was more of a confrontational police thing
Okay.
or more of a mutually agreed upon police guy with a
Uh-huh.
boombox
That's not-
breaking into a room and
That's
doing a
not-
dance sort of situation, because that's the bad boy that I'm thinking of.
I mean, it's the bad boy I want too, but it's probably not when
Maybe-
people say police.
Maybe I'm wrong here, but let's ask Lauren, who's emailed us for help today. What's up, Lauren?
Hi, guys.
Did the police officer have rip-away pants?
Oh, my God. No.
It's too bad. It's too bad, Lauren.
Aw. Give us a little clarity here. Tell us about the guy that you went out with. What's his name?
His name is Cameron.
Okay, and is Cameron the cop?
No, he is not the cop. He was, in fact, my date who got the cops called on him.
Whoa.
Whoa.
dang.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
How do you know Cameron? Where'd you meet him?
I met Cameron on Bumble.
Wait, I mean, it couldn't have been that bad if you're calling for a second date.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, so I'm just kind of worried about Cameron. I guess I just have to
Okay,
tell
yeah.
you.
Tell us what happened
Okay.
when you and Cameron met.
Yes, because this sounds juicy.
I like it.
We talked for a while on Bumble, and like all good things. I enjoyed the conversation, and he was a foodie like I am, but he liked weird food. So we were
Ooh.
talking about it, and I was like, hey, I like weird stuff like chocolate covered potato chips. Not too weird.
That's not weird. That's good food.
I have
Yeah,
never had a
it's-
chocolate-covered
Me-
potato chip, and I want one right now.
It's really
Yeah, I haven't either.
interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Because,
really
like,
interesting.
salty and sweet together.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Exactly.
So what did you do? Did you go to like the fair for your date?
No, we didn't go to the fair, but we did the next best thing. We went to like a weird restaurant who like gave us salty and sweet combos, you know?
Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
That's
like
kind
a
of
fusion
fun.
place.
All right.
I mean, it's cool too because you have a shared interest. You're both really into food, so
Yeah.
there's obviously probably something to talk about when you're at the table.
Always good to have some common ground.
Just what you're eating?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting to people who are into food.
I'm into it. I love it. I'm like, oh, can you taste the texture and this
Yeah.
and the contrast and stuff?
All right.
so what was it like when you met him?
Well, when I met him, he looked nice. Like he was better than online. Like he was a little bit more built. Like his arms were bigger.
Well, isn't
Oh,
that
There
a little?
you go.
It's a little salty, sweet surprise for you right there.
I think more guys should post bad pics of themselves. So then when you show up to the date, you
No,
look hotter.
it's already hard to find some to swipe to. Don't do that.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
That
So
is
you're off to
good.
a good start
You-
even before you even talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we ordered, and
Good.
I just thought that it was really nice of him, you know, but I wanted to get up and wash my hands. So I had to get up and leave the table.
Okay,
Okay.
that seems pretty normal. I don't even know why that's part of the.
Well, here's the reason why I'm telling you that I did that.
Okay.
Because when I came back, it was like a movie.
What do you
What?
mean?
Cameron was fist fighting the waiter.
Whoa!
Wait, he
I
was
did not
like
see
he was in a
this.
physical fight with your waiter.
Like throwing bows and arms and stuff like that.
Oh.
And just
no.
like before I got to the table, Cameron dead the waiter, like real life, hits him in the face.
Oh my God.
I told you I wanted a lemon in my water.
Oh my God, what were you doing?
what
What,
did-
was going through your mind?
Did you turn on Instagram Live?
Yeah, World Star.
Jeffrey.
I didn't even think to like touch my phone or anything. I just was trying to get up and rush out. And Cameron at the same time is telling me that we have to leave, but the managers and the supervisor saying we're going to call the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you telling
See
Cameron
why.
there's no we? There's no we. I'm going on my own.
Right. That's exactly what I tell him as we're like rushing out of the restaurant. I'm telling him, he's like, come on, follow me. We got to go this way. But I'm not sure what he did or like where he's going. This is our first date. I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. If it was him who started it, them who started it. I just know the police is on the way.
This crazy.
Well, like, what do you think happened?
That's what I asked him when we were outside and like when everything was going on. And I'm saying, Cameron, I need to know what's going on. What did you do? What's going on? And he just like, he didn't even answer me. Just like, come this way.
Oh, he's
Wait.
trying to run?
Did you follow him?
No, I did not go with him. I went the other way, hopped in an Uber and went my own way.
Okay,
Why
so
are you on the phone with us? Why do you want to call him again?
yeah, I'm confused.
Well, I mean, I'm partially wanting to find out what happened to him because, you know, since I hit him up and be like, hey, are you okay? Did you get caught by the cops? Like, I never got a response from him.
Well, you never know. He could have been defending your honor. The guy could have said something
No,
about you, and he
no,
was a stand-up
no.
gentleman.
It's
There's
possible.
no, like that's such old school way of thinking.
Oh, really, Brooke? You want to fight him?
Yeah.
I'm stand up for this show's on right now.
I mean, I'm just saying, you don't need anyone to defend your honor. Am I right?
No, not that way. Not when your cops are getting called.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go to jail for that.
So you
Yeah,
have reached out to him via text or via phone call, and he's not answering you.
I have. I've done both just to see, you know, if he was like I said, in jail or what.
Yeah,
It's just out of general concern to be like, hey, what happened? Because, you know, I don't know the story. I don't know what happened. I don't know why.
And you're hoping. I mean, let's be honest. You're hoping it's something forgivable so you can go out again because he was really
He was
cute.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it was just a misunderstanding or something.
Dude,
Oh my
this is cool.
God.
This is like the people's court.
Yeah, well, I want to know what happened. We're gonna put you on hold, play a song,
here we go.
and then we're gonna call that bad boy for you, Lauren.
yeah.
We're gonna call up Cameron and ask him, "What did you do, you naughty boy?"
Okay.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna do it right after this. You want a first date packed with drama, filled with chaos and intensity? You came to the right place.
Oh my God, you're so right today. That's not even an oversell.
Because one of our listeners, Lauren, went to a restaurant and without warning, she excused herself to go wash her hands.
Wait,
Okay,
that's not the dramatic
She
part.
adjusted the left faucet and then the right one
Okay.
till she found the perfect temperature
wrong-
and those germs on her hands didn't stand a chance.
That's not why
it
they're losing.
was madness.
You
not the
are
dramatic.
having a hard time reading the storyline.
And then, when she finally came out of the bathroom, she found her date Cameron fist fighting their waiter.
You just threw that in at the end.
And the cops were called, and afterwards Cameron tried to convince her to run down the street with him.
Yeah, classic.
She said, no thanks, I don't want to do that. But now she's curious because after the date, she's been trying to get a hold of Cameron to figure out what happened, what caused that fight, and he's not responding. So she's hoping that we can step in and figure out those answers for her.
If
Isn't
I
that
had a
right?
nickel every time
Correct.
someone fist fought the waiter,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be a millionaire.
Honestly, I am so invested in this. It's been a long time since I've been this excited about calling someone.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, and the thing is, there's not a lot on the line for you, right? Like, he either turns out to be a total jerk, which good riddance, or he turns out to have a great excuse and you get to go out again.
Okay, but he's not a jerk. I had fun with him for at least like half an hour before all of this happened.
Yeah.
So,
He went a full 30 minutes without fighting somebody.
yeah.
He's a pretty good guy.
Without punching one waiter in
Low
the
bar.
face.
That's
You're
pretty
right.
cool.
You're
He
right.
hit a busser, but it wasn't the waiter.
Yeah, I mean, let's give him some credit. All right, so I think we're ready to give Cameron a call. Are you ready to do this, Lauren?
I am ready.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Here we go. I'm going to dial his number right now.
Hello?
Hey, I'm looking for Cameron.
Who's calling?
My name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning, otherwise known as Detective Garcia.
Oh, God. Stop it.
Okay.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, sir, if you have a moment.
Radio detective?
I don't really have a lot of time now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll
He's
make
not laughing.
I'll make this quick. We were told that you went on a date recently with a woman named Lauren. Is that true?
You're a detective?
That's right.
You want to know if I went on a date? What kind of detective are you?
Jeffrey,
I'm a detective of love.
he's
I'm trying
not
to get
a
to the bottom of this
detective.
case.
We're a radio show. You're going to
Oh.
get arrested for like impersonating a police officer. or
Yeah.
something.
I am a real officer of romance.
You are an officer of romance.
All right, Lieutenant.
Look, Cameron, we're doing something called a second date, okay?
Okay.
It's where if one of our listeners goes out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling them back, they can email us to reach out for them to help them figure out what's really going on. And so Lauren went out with you. She had a pretty good time with you up until some chaos ensued. And she's been having a hard time getting a hold of you afterwards, and she's worried.
I like Lauren, but it was just a bad night. I really don't want to talk about that night.
Okay. Well, no, she agrees it was a bad night, but when she was talking about you, she had glowing things to say about how handsome you were and how nice you were.
Well, if Lauren thinks so, then that's true.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, Cameron, from the time that we've talked, you sound like a nice guy, and I'm sure it was just a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
You're right. It was a misunderstanding.
Okay.
Okay, good.
That's
And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to clear the air.
And I think Lauren is like open to hearing what happened. I mean, she's very confused, obviously. Can you imagine being her, like coming out of the bathroom and seeing your date fighting the waiter?
Well,
I'm sure you can imagine it. He was there.
Well, I'm just saying from her perspective.
He was
Stick in your
really
memory.
involved.
I mean, like, you knew what happened. She still has no clue.
Can we ask?
And she wants to forgive you. She wants to, see you again and move past this.
but if I tell you guys, it just makes me look bad.
Well, we already think you're a guy who got in a fight and ran from the cops. So
I mean, help us understand. Because I want to be on your team, especially since I heard you have huge arms.
Here's the deal. I was talking to another person at a different table. The waiter came right up in my face, directly in my face, and rudely told me that I was supposed to be on a date with someone else and that
What?
he thought it was rude that I was trying to give my business card to another person at the next table.
Okay, well, is this other person that you were talking to, are they a woman?
Yes, I gave her my business card. I'm a trainer.
So wait, so the waiter was interfering because the waiter saw that you were on a date,
Yeah.
thought you were trying to hit on another woman, and was trying to put a stop to it while your date was in the bathroom?
Yes, and he was arguing with me. He was saying, "Oh, you're not doing business," and you're not. He was basically right in my face after I told him to move on, and he was very rude, and he was a little aggressive.
Why would he
Wow.
care so much?
Well, same thing though. I mean, he thought he was sticking up for her.
Did you
guess.
know the waiter? Did the waiter know?
I don't know. I didn't know that guy.
So wait,
I used to be a server, and
How
I'm a
did-
very chivalrous man.
but how does that lead to punching? Like, I still don't understand that. Like, you can be rude to someone
He was directly in my face. I told him several times to get out of my face, and he kept coming at me, so he ended up on the floor.
Sounds like you both are kind of
that escalated. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Did you tell Lauren any of this?
No, I didn't tell her what happened because I knew that if she saw I was trying to give my number to this hot blonde, that she would take it the wrong way. The same way the waiter blew it out of proportion.
So it
Okay,
just
so
looks
did you
bad.
just say that she was hot blonde? Why didn't you slip that one in there?
She was good looking, but that's not a crime. I have a lot of
no.
clients that are good looking.
Oh.
So you
Makes sense.
you're saying you weren't asking the other woman out or trying to give her your number. It was totally professional.
No, it was professional. I have a lot of good looking clients. You can check my website.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
I'll hire a trainer that has good-looking clients. It means that they're training right.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, well,
You make me look like that.
Cameron, I really appreciate you opening up and telling us your side of the story. I would really be interested to hear if Lauren believes you, because I didn't tell you this, but she's actually been on the other line listening, and she wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
That is a crock of
Oh, coming in hot.
What are you talking about?
I cannot believe that is his excuse and that he didn't tell me. So basically he was trying to talk to another chick and somebody busted him and he punched somebody like
See, I knew you'd react like this. Most women wouldn't understand that this is what I do for a living. I'm a trainer. I have a professional
yeah, but
website.
until,
I have a website.
Yes, I have the most attractive clients out of all the personal trainers in the entire country.
But in the 2
I
or
have
3 minutes that I
testimonials.
went to go wash my hands is not the time for you to talk to another female. Like, I don't blame that waiter. Maybe I should date his because he's got my back.
Oh.
I mean, maybe.
Hey, I don't think the waiter was dateable because he's in the hospital still.
That is not something to brag about,
Hold
Cameron.
on, we weren't there. We don't know. This girl could have literally turned and said,
Hold
"Oh, excuse me, are you a trainer?" I mean, the guy's probably
no,
fit.
who does that?
Anytime
I'm
you see
actually
arms,
with
right?
Jose on this one.
Jeff doesn't.
Yeah,
Are those
I
arms? You
mean-
must be a personal trainer.
Wow.
If he was,
I told him
if he
to remove
wasn't-
himself from my face, and he refused to.
I will say that the timing was bad, and I don't approve of the
keep
punching
mentioning
part. Okay, the
Okay.
punching part I'm not into.
Yeah.
But the passing his business card to a potential client,
No,
Oh,
why,
you don't do that.
why did he wait till I went to the bathroom to talk to her?
it's a good point.
Yeah.
Cameron, what do you have to say?
Well, the story is as I said it. I was trying to get a potential client.
Yo.
Okay, so wait.
Here's why I believe him.
And then he
didn't
got up
know-
in my face.
He didn't know she was on the line. He told us this story. Literally had no idea she was on the line. So he is telling the truth, in my opinion.
Okay, here's the question that will find it out.
Okay.
All right.
Have you contacted the hot blonde, and has it only been a professional relationship with her?
Ooh, good question.
Absolutely not. I have not contacted the hotline, but she has hit me up 3 times.
Hey!
Oh.
For what? For what?
Exactly, because she was trying to. Oh.
Hit you up for what?
She wants to get training sessions.
Lauren, I think you should give him another
Wow.
chance. I think you should believe him.
Okay,
Hey,
you
I
know,
don't think we should believe him. He punched somebody and he almost made me go to jail. I wanted to see if he was going to say sorry. So what I
Okay.
was expecting is for him to be like at least remorseful that he hit the guy. When I walked up, you were already like gonna punch him, but you've not even said anything about that. It was about a hot blonde. Get the fuck out of here.
Cameron,
But none
Alright.
of us were there,
do you want to say
guys.
sorry?
I'm sorry that you were offended, but I'm telling you the truth. I actually was defending myself.
Oh,
Okay, well,
wow,
it was-
I don't know.
it
That
wasn't
was
a-
not even an apology.
Yeah, I mean, it was half of an apology. and
Yeah,
with that
that's-
said,
that's
I would
kind of
love
a
to
red
send you two
flag.
on a second date. We'll pay for it.
Oh, man.
Cameron, what do you say?
I'll be happy to go out on a second date.
Oh,
See?
Okay.
He does like her.
I think maybe he wants the personal trainer even.
Yeah.
I did not say that. I don't mix business with pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that a challenge?
Well,
Alexis is out.
he is interested. Lauren, give him another shot.
Hell no.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all right. You set your boundaries.
No, he's
He
got a
crossed
hard
them.
body but a soft heart. All right, well, Lauren, I'm sorry, but Cameron, I'm going to need your number, okay, bro?
Oh, this is
All right, I want to bulk up, that's all.
I got you, bro.
There's no better way to bond on a first date than risking getting salmonella or some other foodborne illness. I think it's really a good way
Whoa.
to get to know each other. And that's what Michael kind of did on his first date with the girl that he wants to call today. We'll get into that in just a second. But what's up, Michael? How are you?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Good.
He sounds healthy, Jubal.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know how.
You know, I read your email for a second date, and I liked your idea of a first date. We'll get into that, like I said, in a second. But first, tell us about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Madeline.
Madeline, all right. And what'd you like about Madeline?
Well, basically, I'd been out with a group of friends, and she was like in the group of friends. We didn't really talk too much, but our mutual friend was telling me that she thought I was cute, and
Oh.
I thought she was pretty cute. So I got her number from the mutual friend and texted her, and a few days later we set up a date.
So what you liked about her is that she liked you first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She thought I was hot.
I mean, it's a good start. It's a good start.
It is.
Yeah.
Totally.
Your idea for a date was interesting. How did you decide to do I mean, first of all, tell everybody what it is, and then how did you decide to do it?
Well, I was kind of tired of just, the old dinner and a movie type thing. I wanted an experience, so I went and looked for the lowest rated restaurant I could find in the area on Yelp.
What?
Why?
That's a terrible strategy.
Well, I mean, we were talking and we decided that, like, the traditional, like, nice dinners, 5-star restaurants, well, one, they're crazy expensive, but two, they're kind of boring. Like, you go to enough of those dates and they all kind of blend together, and wanted to try something new. And,
Yeah. Anybody can try to have like a great meal on a first date, but nobody really tries to have a crappy meal. And I like that. I like that idea.
Interesting.
yeah. I was searching and searching on Yelp, for like at least an hour.
Oh, man.
And I found this like hole-in-a-wall Italian place like way on the outskirts of town. Like I'd never even been to this area before, but it had like 1.5 stars and just no good reviews on the entire thing. So
Oh, that's so bad.
And did it deliver on its promise?
yeah, it really did.
So what happened when you showed up at this horrible restaurant?
Well, first off, we almost didn't show up because it's like not advertised on the street at all. Like we drove past it like 5 or 6 times, just like trying to find this location.
Oh, I hate that. Like, GPS says it's right here.
Yeah, like we would pass by it and the GPS would say, "You're here," and then stop GPSing, and so we would just have to reset that.
You're like, oh, it's
Oh,
actually
that's the
literally this
worst.
dumpster that we're standing in front
It
of.
is this hole in this wall.
Yeah.
I'm guessing since this was such a horribly rated restaurant on Yelp, there wasn't a long wait for you guys to get a table?
No, we walked in when we finally found the place, and there was literally nobody there. There wasn't like a host or anybody in the actual place. And eventually a guy from the back walked out, and first off, he was like really uneasy. He was like, "Oh, are you guys the cops?"
What?
And we're like, "No, we aren't the cops."
This is actually pretty exciting.
This is great.
Yeah.
That's a normal question whenever you walk into a restaurant, I think.
Then he patted you down to see if you were wired.
No. But then he was like, "Are you from the health department?" Which is
Jeez.
kind of got us a little freaked out about whether or not this food was okay.
And you still decided to eat there.
Well, we were committed at this point. Like, we'd been talking about it, so we had to. But we were like, "No, we're not from the health department." And after that, he like really perked up, and all of a sudden he was like, "Oh yeah, well come on, let me get you something."
Okay, there you go.
But then we're sitting there and we're looking for what food we want to get, and we mentioned that it's our first date, and so he takes our menus and goes, "Oh, I got the perfect thing."
Oh no.
That
Chef's
means
kiss.
I got whatever's left in the freezer from whoever hasn't
Yeah.
been here in so long.
Yeah, so we're sitting there for like a few minutes just wondering what it could be, and he just comes out with a big bowl of spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh.
And that's it. That was his big surprise, spaghetti and
Yeah,
meatballs.
that was
This is a
the big
specialty.
special thing. Apparently he's like proud of the meatballs, like it's some family recipe or something like that, but they were pretty run-of-the-mill. So,
The heat up ones, the frozen meatballs.
Oh, man.
so he actually sits down with us at the table.
What?
So kind of the rest of the meal is us talking to him.
That's got to be nice on your first date, getting to know this weird
God,
restaurant
He
owner.
sounds so happy to just have
God,
someone
he
around.
needs to be socialized more, I think.
Yeah.
So was she into it or was she annoyed by the end?
I mean, I was taking it all in pretty good humor, and I felt like she was laughing along pretty well, but I am calling you guys, so
Yeah.
I mean, something went wrong.
Did you get a kiss at the end of the evening, or?
No, there wasn't really an opportunity to be very romantic, but it felt like we had fun. I thought it was worth continuing getting to know each other, but
Okay.
maybe I'm wrong, I guess. Hasn't really been responding to anything.
All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and get your second date, all right?
All right.
All right, hang on. If you're just tuning in for today's second date, Michael is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl named Madeline. They actually had one of the worst first dates ever, but on purpose. It wasn't a bad thing. They decided, as a joke, they would find the worst rated restaurant on Yelp and go eat there, and they did, and it was a really weird experience. And then they went to a dive bar after, and he can't figure out why he's not getting a call back. All right, Michael, we're about to dial her phone number. Are you ready to go?
Yeah. I'm a bit nervous, but excited.
And you thought that maybe the date ended up just being a little bit too much for her?
I think so. I can't imagine anything else. I'm afraid I freaked her out, but I remember she was the one who first expressed interest in me, so I'm really in the dark here.
Okay.
You don't think maybe she got food poisoning and died, do you?
Died?
Oh, I hope not.
Well, she's not calling you back. That's the only thing I can think of is she's got to be dead.
The
That's what I
restaurant
always
had
think, though.
1.5 stars, not 0 stars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go, Michael.
All right.
Hi, may I speak to Madeline, please?
This is she.
Hey, Madeline, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I think I made my payment this month already.
What?
Are you sure? Because I'm checking my records and I don't see a payment made.
No, I mailed it like 2 days ago.
No.
I'm not a bill collector or anything else. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh.
You have
Yeah.
some weird bills, Madeline.
I'm sorry. I get lots of weird phone calls.
But if you'd like to submit a payment to me, I would be more than willing to give you my information and you can send a check.
No, I give away too much money as it is. So what's up?
I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And Michael actually sent us an email wondering if we could get you on the phone and ask why you're not calling him back.
Michael?
Yeah, that's a pretty heavy sigh there, Madeline.
Yeah, I'm a little frustrated with Michael at the moment.
Oh.
Really? Can you tell us why?
Well, it was just one of the most frustrating dates ever.
Frustrated?
Yes, frustrating. I don't know how else to describe it. Frustrating.
He said you guys laughed, you had fun, you connected.
Yeah, I really didn't have the opportunity to connect with him because I was like panicking the whole time.
You were panicking?
Yes.
Why were you panicking?
So I don't know what he told you, but we went to this restaurant like way on the other side of town, which meant we were in the car for like 45 minutes each way.
Okay.
And I think you can tell a lot about a person by the way they drive. And Michael is not a very good driver. Like, probably one of the worst drivers I have ever ridden with. Like,
Whoa, really?
not road rage. Like, I don't mean that,
What did he...
Yeah, like what?
He's just clueless behind the wheel.
So wait, so he was an aggressive driver?
No, not aggressive. Like, the exact opposite. Not aggressive enough. Like jerking on the brakes really hard. Like, I'm like flopping back and forth in the seat when he's braking. Like when we're trying to merge, he slows down instead of speeding up. I swear we almost like hit 3 cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can understand why you wouldn't want to go out with him again. The people that do that are so obnoxious.
You were actually having road rage while in the car with the driver.
Basically, I was trying to keep myself under control, but like, my foot's like pressed on the floorboard, like I'm the one driving, like, oh my God.
So wait, you liked him outside of that. It's just you can't date somebody who drives like that.
I mean, I liked him when I first kind of met him. We were all kind of hanging out with some friends, but I didn't really get a chance to talk to him. And so on our date, I was so preoccupied, like anxious about getting back in the car with him for another 45 minutes after the meal was over. I couldn't think about anything else, And then, like, I don't know, the restaurant guy sat down at the table and was talking. So, I mean, I have no idea if I like him or not anymore. I'm just, like, so terrified of him driving.
I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to date somebody, you're going to be in the car with them a lot.
No,
I mean,
it doesn't
I guess you
make
could drive all the time.
I don't think it makes sense. It doesn't, like, you really think it reflects who he is as a person.
I don't know. If he's that, like, clueless and unaware, what does that mean about the other areas of his life that are not as important as,
Judgmental.
Good question, Madeline. And we should just ask him because he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you. Michael, are you still there?
Yeah, still here.
See?
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'm genuinely sorry that you were scared, but I don't get how. I mean, I was going slow. I was, checking all my blind spots. I was cautious.
Yeah, that was the problem, Michael. We're going 30 miles an hour on the highway.
Whoa!
Well, what you're not thinking about is I'm also trying to impress you at the same time. Like, my mind is on the road, on my phone, and trying to get to know you. It's a lot of multitasking.
Michael, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I mean, you're how old? You're supposed to be able to handle these things, like have a basic conversation and, drive safely.
I was driving safely. I was going slow because I didn't want to freak you out. I'm shocked.
The irony.
Have you ever been told that you're a bad driver before, Michael?
No, but, usually I'm driving by myself because, having a lot of people, it gets pretty distracting.
Apparently.
It sounds like you get distracted easily.
Yeah, I guess so, but we were driving on new streets and there was a lot going on that night. But I was nervous about the restaurant too. I think you're holding a lot of things against me that were just a one-time situational thing.
Michael, listen. Don't you remember we got to the restaurant and I'm like, okay, GPS says we're here. I'm pointing it out. And you're like, no. And I'm like, yes, it's right there. There's a parking spot. And you're like, no, I think we should make the block. I'll be honest with you, Michael. I just really never wanted to hit somebody that much in my life as I wanted to hit you right then.
Gosh.
Okay.
I just wanted to get out of the car,
If I had known you were getting violent in your head, then, yeah.
I just can't believe the only thing Michael did wrong was drive.
Yeah, but...
Look, I was in the car with him, not you. And when you're in the car for an hour and a half round trip with somebody who's that bad of a driver, you might consider taking your own life too, okay?
Oh my God!
For food
Okay.
at that restaurant.
I feel you on that one, Madeline.
Okay, that's pretty overly dramatic, in my opinion. You're not going to take your own life because you're sitting in a passenger seat of the car with me, okay?
Okay, right, all right. But I'm just trying to make a point. It was terrifying. I'm still shaken up about it.
Still.
All right, then how about we go on another date and you drive?
Oh.
That is a good solution.
Hey, let's see how you're
Madeline,
driving.
would you like to go out with Michael again for a second date? We will pay for it. Not your gas money, though, but we will pay for the date.
You said yourself that you were so distracted by his driving that you weren't even able to get to know who he was.
That's true. But I'm just thinking about, if it were to work out, someday down the line, he's going to be driving, and I just feel like, I don't know, that would just be, I don't know if I can handle it.
Are you serious?
So you won't go out with him again in case you ever have to drive with him?
Madeline, you guys could become the public transit couple. You could just do Uber everywhere you go. You could just drive literally everywhere you go. That's what I do in my relationship.
Look, his driving just makes me a terrible person, apparently. And I don't want to be that person. So I just don't want to risk it.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
Wow. Okay. That's not good.
sorry, man. You know what will make you feel better? Maybe go out for a long, slow drive somewhere.
Very slow.
And just make sure you're not in my neighborhood, okay?
Oh, come on.
Women love an artist. As a matter of fact, that's why it's called the Mona Lisa. Not a lot of people know that because when Leonardo da Vinci painted it, all the ladies saw it and moaned. Little known art fact.
Oh,
and
thank you for our art education this morning.
sounds like we have a modern day Da Vinci on the phone with us. His name is Nathan. And I say that because Nathan apparently took the girl he wants to call today to a painting class.
Oh,
and
fun.
Nathan, did she moan?
A little.
What?
Nice.
Come on,
Right.
Nathan. Not
Yeah.
right off the top, all right? Listen, we got to work up to that kind of information.
I mean, I'm a good artist. What can I say?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Before you tell us about the date, first of all, what's her name?
Her name is Madeline.
Madeline, all right. And how did you meet Madeline?
We met online.
Okay.
Cool.
And what stood out about her?
I gotta say, she just kind of had these eyes, these nurturing eyes that kind of resonated with me. And
Okay. Good. I'm glad you described the eyes. I thought you were just going to leave it at she had these eyes. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You don't have very high standards, do you, Nathan?
no, it did. It was really her eyes, and they stuck out to me.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, is that how you opened with her, like with a compliment about her eyes?
I did. I mean,
Good.
It works.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, other than you hitting her up online about her eyes, obviously you guys went out. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the phone for a second date. Tell us about your date.
Well, I don't know. I thought it was something that we could talk and be interactive, so we did an art class with like wine and yeah.
And had you ever done one of those painting classes before?
I had once before.
Okay.
Yeah, not as a date.
Well, how'd it go as a date, other than just painting with your bros?
I mean, I thought pretty well.
Was there like a moment that sticks out about the date, whether that's good or bad?
Yeah, she liked my work, and she nudged me, and she was like, "You're like a modern Bob Ross," and I was like, "All right, I'll take that."
Yeah, because there is nothing sexier than Bob Ross.
No,
No,
real.
Those happy little clouds. They're very happy.
Is that all you did then? Went painting?
no. We went to go to my apartment to actually hang it up.
Oh, that is a
That's cool.
smooth transition.
Was that your idea or hers? Because that's a pretty slick line.
You know, I said that I would like to hang it up, and she said, "Well, let's go hang it up at yours." She volunteered to come with me.
Okay.
better.
All
Okay.
right. And who held the nail?
She did.
Hey,
All right.
nice you touched your nail, bro.
Yeah.
What happened back at the apartment? Was it on?
I made her tea, just like very relaxed, chill, and it was all good. We hung up the piece of work, and
Was that the only nailing that happened?
I know, like, get to the juicy part.
regrettably, first date, I didn't want to go too far, gentlemen.
Okay.
But after we hung it up, it was kind of weird, frankly. She told me she had to go meet her maintenance guy at her apartment.
What?
Okay, that's
Like
a weird excuse to leave, unless she had an appointment and knew about it earlier. But you'd think she would have told you that.
I don't know. I thought that was really weird because usually maintenance guys have keys to the building, and I don't know. I thought that was really weird.
Was this like a Friday night? Was it late?
It was Friday. It wasn't crazy late. It was like 10:30, 11.
Oh,
pretty late
10:30 or
for a
11, yeah,
maintenance guy.
that is kind of late.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. We were having a good time. It just seemed out of the blue.
So that was it. She left to go meet her maintenance guy. And did you get a kiss or a hug or anything like that?
Yeah, I gave her a hug, and it didn't feel like, she didn't pull away or anything. It felt nice.
That's good.
And then she left.
Why do I picture her using maintenance guy in quotes, like air quotes around it when she told you?
Whoa, like she's running off to the next guy or something?
I don't know.
Or something else.
Yeah.
Something other than you. Anything other
Yeah.
than you is what it sounds like. Have you talked to her since she left?
I haven't heard from her at all. No text, call in about 4 days.
And you've tried to get a hold of her?
I've definitely tried to get a hold of her.
So it seems like an excuse then. What do you think could have gone wrong?
Well, the only thing is, I like really strong teas, and I do, teas can have effect. And my experience, girls don't love, using the bathroom. So maybe that was just her quick idea to get out and
Because of the
go home and
cheese?
use the bath. Well, I mean, there are some teas that, do a number on your system.
Oh, teas.
And it-
I couldn't tell if you were saying teas or cheese. Both can cause
Teas,
problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're thinking maybe you gave her tea and it had a laxative effect and she's embarrassed now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well,
All right.
we'll play a song and then come back and call her and see if that is the reason she's not calling you back, all right?
All right, that'd be awesome.
Okay, hang on. We'll get your second date right after this. Right in the middle of a second date, and if you're just joining us, Nathan is on the phone, and he wants to call a girl named Madeline. They went out to an art class together and actually went back to his place to hang up the art, and that ends up being all that happened. They literally hung up the art. She had some tea, and then she made probably one of the lamest excuses to get out of a date that we've heard in second date history. So congratulations, Nathan. You have now made the record books and getting blown off in the worst way possible.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe not.
That's an honor.
She told Nathan she had to leave at like 10 or 11 o'clock on a Friday night because she had to let a maintenance guy into the building.
Even she in her head was like, really? A maintenance guy? That's all I
Yeah.
could think of?
And now Nathan is not getting a call back. All right, Nathan, we're going to try to get her on the phone. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Be prepared, Nathan, because I have a feeling you did something really wrong that you're very clueless about.
All right, well, let's find out.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm going to dial her phone number right now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Madeline?
Yes?
Hey, Madeline, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm okay. What's this about?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. I'm calling you today because we got an email into our show about you.
What? Why?
Another good question. You're full of good questions, Madeline. Because we do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And we got an email about you from a dude named Nathan.
What? Nathan?
Yes. Do you remember going out with a guy named Nathan?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Nathan emailed us because he said he had a really fun time with you. And he thinks that your excuse to leave late on a Friday night that the maintenance guy needed to be let into your building was just a really horrible excuse to get out of the date. And we all agree with him, by the way.
Yeah.
That sounds like the biggest excuse ever.
I don't remember what excuse I used. I already blocked him. I don't understand why you're calling me. I don't.
You've even blocked him?
What?
Yeah.
Why did he said that you guys went back to his apartment? Was there something creepy in there?
It just freaked me out. It was just really weird.
Can you tell us what was weird?
I just got this really bad vibe when I walked in. The place was just super clean. Like, it was just weird. I got a really bad vibe and creepy feeling.
Was there like something specific? Because super clean and he sounds like a nice guy who didn't want to push you to do anything you weren't ready for on a first date.
After an art class.
Yeah.
I just got this eerie feeling when I walked in. It was like serial killer clean, like sterile clean, like everything wiped out, not a speck of dust. It was just so strange. No guy's apartment's that clean. It's just,
So you're saying his place was too clean and it creeped you out?
yeah.
That's it? He had a clean place and that's why...
No, you got to understand, though, it wasn't just clean. Like, it was like a team of people came and wiped this place clean of fingerprints. It was just weird. And you know, when you just get that feeling inside, it's like something bad happened here.
What?
I need to go.
It made you think what? Do you think he's a serial killer or something?
No, I don't know, but I'm just saying it was way too clean, and
Something's wrong with that.
Maybe he's just, one of those OCD types that really like a clean house. Or maybe he read the decluttering book that everybody reads. And
it's not that clean unless you just moved in and took the plastic off of everything. There was nothing out of place. It's like a museum.
I think he
All
sounds
right.
dreamy. Can he move into my house and improve some things that I've got going on?
Go for it. That's on you. Be my guest. I don't want to be anywhere near him.
What about on the phone with him?
No, I don't even want to talk to him.
Oh, that's a shame. Because he's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Unless he hung up. Nathan, are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hi, Madeline.
Hi, Nathan. I guess you heard all that.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with my apartment being so clean.
It might not be a problem. It's unusual, and I'm just not used to that, and so, yeah.
Madeline, you're being really nonchalant when you were basically just accusing the guy of scrubbing his house because there was maybe dead bodies earlier in the evening.
She didn't know he was on the phone.
Wait, but that's what it sounded like. Like you're getting rid of all fingerprints. Nathan, have you killed anyone in your apartment?
I have not.
I'm sorry. I just got a weird vibe when I came in, and,
Madeline, why would you want to be dirty? Why would you want that?
What?
I don't. I'm just saying your place is, like, so clean. It's just freaky.
I mean, I have had people comment on how clean it is, but I don't like dirty things. Dirty things really upset me.
Okay, so
Okay,
now
that did sound a
I'm
little
starting
crazy.
to get
Okay.
a little bit on Madeline's
Yeah.
side now,
That was
Nathan.
kind of creepy.
See? I'm not crazy.
I don't
Nathan,
think he meant it like
yeah.
that, you guys.
Did you mean it in the way that it sounded? Because it sounded super creepy the way you said that,
Yeah, you
Nathan.
said upsets you instead of a noise.
No, I didn't mean to be creepy.
You guys, give this guy, Madeline, I feel like you're missing out on possibly a really good guy because you're making a lot of implications on just a clean house.
I can clean my own house. Seriously.
Why?
I mean, would you rather have a dirty boy? Because I've known dirty boys, and I refuse to be a dirty boy.
Why is he like...
Are you just messing with us now, Nathan? Nathan, are you like doing this on purpose?
Doing what?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, never mind.
I mean, I've told you, if dirt is bad, it's the enemy. And if I see dirt, I will get rid of it. I like a clean apartment.
Get rid of it?
See, guys, what happens if I come in and my shoes are a little dirty or something like that? Like if we did.
There will be no dirty shoes in my apartment.
Whoa. Okay.
Because I would ask you to take them off. I just don't like dirty things.
Okay.
But Nathan, what happens if we're eating and I drop something or spill something or make a mess? Then what?
Then we'll clean it up right away.
Okay.
Are you going to get angry at me?
I do not get angry. I just clean the dirt.
This is so strange.
Yeah. Huh.
Talking about a deep freeze.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan, you're obviously passionate about cleaning.
Huh.
Very. Madam, listen, if you come over again, I will show you that we can make something dirty together, and then I will clean it up.
Okay. Sounds like a great second.
Yeah, it does. On that note, I'm just going to ask you, Madeline, would you like to go out with Nathan on a second date? We will pay for it, even if it's cleaning supplies.
As tempting as that is, I'm okay to not go.
Yeah.
You sure?
I feel like trusting your gut may not be a bad choice for you.
Well, Madeline, I'm really bummed that you'd rather date a dirty boy than me. You're making a mistake.
Stop saying dirty boy.
All right, Madeline, so take care, because the dirty will be judged. Goodbye.
Oh my God.
Okay, I think you need to do more than just block him.
Madeline, are you still there?
I'm a little freaked out and scared. I got rid of him with the blocking, and here you guys opened that back up like freaking Pandora's box.
He doesn't know anything about you other than your phone numbers and stuff, right?
Yeah, he doesn't know anything. He probably doesn't even know my last name. I blocked him on everything.
Okay, good.
that's
All right.
safe.
Yeah, you are safe. And I feel sorry for all the dirty boys out there right now because Nathan sounds like he might be fired up to do some cleaning tonight. I hope not.
Here's a question. When should you give up searching for love?
Oh, never.
And just accept the fact that you're probably going to die alone.
Wow.
I think I'm there now.
No,
I'm not
don't
even
give
kidding.
up.
When you're
You are
24?
so lovable.
No, I know, but I'm not dateable.
Okay, 25.
No.
No,
I hope
that's
not.
too
You shouldn't
young.
even really be even looking at that age. I mean, let's wait a couple
When
years.
do you call it quits? On this show, we say never.
That is right.
Never
Jeffrey.
quit
That is
on love.
right.
Never, Jose.
No matter how many times you fail miserably, you get
Every
back up
time.
on that dating horse and you
Absolutely.
ride.
Yes.
You ride until your backside's blistered and blue, and you finally find that special person, or at least someone who's willing to spend time with you in exchange for money.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about, Jeffrey.
And in that spirit, we have a listener who was on with us before for a second date,
Okay.
and we could not get it done for him the last time.
No, he's coming back to us. I like this.
But even though we failed him, he still trusts us to help him out one more time. So let's say welcome back to Noah. What's up, Noah?
Hey, guys.
Yeah, way to hang in there.
Wait, Noah, can you just remind me what happened last time you were on the phone with us?
Oh, man. So there's this girl, Anna, that I was really into, and I sent her a pillow.
Oh, with your face on it. You sent her like a body
Yeah.
pillow
Went to
of
her
you.
college, right?
Yeah, you visited her
Yeah.
at college?
That's right.
That was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
It was sweet, but it was too much. Got you.
She was kind of my high school crush. We hooked up once, but that was it.
Yeah, she sucks. We're over her.
Yeah, she's dead to us.
That's right.
Yeah, hey, give her my number just in case, though.
Okay.
We've moved on.
We're looking forward to the next victim, or
No,
a love interest. Next love interest. What's her name, Noah?
Prospect is the
Prospect.
word.
I couldn't think of it.
So her name is Sandra.
Okay.
And she is amazing.
She's Anna's sister.
No, stop it. Stop it. I just love Noah. You are obviously a hopeless romantic. You fall hard, and I love that. You're open about your feelings. Where did you meet her? The new girl?
So she's actually not that new. It was a high school crush as well.
Oh, you have a trend.
How many are there?
Why? Why are we still living in high school in our mind, Noah? Why can't we move forward?
Okay, to be fair, like this girl, Sandra, I know I didn't mention her before because I was really trying to make it work with Anna, but I have always really liked this girl. Like, she's not even number 2 on the list. She's like 1B.
1B.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see.
On the
I mean,
same level as
Okay.
Anna, but just
All right.
not quite.
I kind of understand that.
I hope
Yeah.
you didn't tell her she was 1B.
So how'd you end up reconnecting with Sandra after all these years?
Okay, guys, so here's what happened. I asked her out to happy hour, and we had a great time. We started talking about, high school, some of the old days and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, one of the pranks we did was we filled the gymnasium with balloons for
Oh.
senior prom.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You guys were a wild bunch.
It was actually hilarious. It was like a huge McDonald's play place. We were laughing so hard about that, and we were just having so much fun. Like, it was really good to think back about high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like you go there often, Noah. So what happened then? I mean, did you guys end the night or?
So we had a few more drinks, and we ended up back at her place.
Okay.
Oh, doing the play place at the apartment now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess she
Oh.
did see some sort of like romance or chemistry there then, right?
Yeah.
I think so, because we definitely started making out.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Like over the clothes stuff? I mean, this is high school romance, right?
Well, guys, we actually didn't get that far because we were interrupted.
Oh, does she have a roommate?
I don't know. I heard there were some keys at the door, and suddenly she's like, "Oh, quick, get in the closet." And so I had to grab all my stuff and get
It
in.
really is like high school.
Oh, geez.
Wait, get in the closet. That's not a good sign.
No.
Oh, her husband's there.
Did you hide?
Of course I hid in the closet. She was like
Yeah.
freaking out about it. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, you gotta trust people. When it's
You're
not
not
like
in high school. You don't have to hide anymore.
There's a serial tickler on the loose, and he's gonna come in, and it's obviously
No,
a
okay.
warning for something major.
Yeah, and the major thing is never good if you're hiding in the closet, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Did you hear a male voice? Did she have a girlfriend? Maybe it was did you hear a love interest?
No, it was definitely a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
So what did they say? I mean, does she live with a boyfriend?
I don't know. I guess because they definitely were making out.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Shut
so
up.
that takes her
Oh,
dad
And
off.
you just
no.
stayed in the closet the whole time while that happened?
Well, I was kind of freaking out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, they stay there for over an hour, and the whole time, she's, like, trying to get him to go to a bar, and he's like, "No, I just got back. Why do you want to go to a bar?"
Why are we calling her back?
Yeah, bro. She's dating somebody, or
She made you hide in a closet for an hour while she made out with her boyfriend.
Are you still in the closet? Is that why you're calling now? You need help getting out?
No, I'm not in the closet.
Okay.
How did you get out?
Well, they finally left after about an hour or something, and, like, I mean, she and I really had an amazing time, and so I don't even think she wants to be with this guy.
No.
No, dude.
No.
He wasn't the one in the closet.
I mean, I know I gave a big speech about never giving up, but there's a
yeah.
time
Yeah.
where you have to be like, you know what? Maybe I need to give up on this one.
See, now you're seeing from my world a little bit.
Exactly. Why would you want to call her?
Look, if it's a choice between this guy and me, she's gonna pick me.
No.
That's what they all think.
You
And
know-
she's going to pick every other guy that comes along and shows her any interest at all.
I know there's a lot of doubters in here, Noah, but I do like your optimism. So let's try
We're
this.
going to do this?
Let's give it a shot. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Sandra for you, and we'll try and get you your second date, okay?
Thanks so much, guys.
All right, man. Hold on. Everybody's worst nightmare is going on a date, things spiral, and you turn into a closet case.
Oh my gosh.
That's what literally happened to one of our listeners, Noah, during his date with an old high school crush named Sandra. In the middle of hooking up, the door to her apartment jiggled, and she told Noah to go hide in her closet.
Oh.
So he did. And he stayed in there for over an hour listening to Sandra make out with some other dude. But if there's one thing that we've learned about Noah through all the calls we've had with him, it's that he does not give up.
Oh, sweet Noah.
No matter how many road bumps he has to clear or closets he has to hide in, he wants to find love and still wants us to call Sandra. And Noah, we never asked you, have you tried reaching out to her after the date? Like, are you guys texting at all or anything?
Yeah, I texted her a couple times and she didn't get back to me. It was just like, what is that all about? And yeah, nothing.
Noah, you are too pure and too sweet for this Sandra woman, okay? She is going to walk all over you like a doormat.
Wow.
Are you absolutely sure you want to make this phone call?
No, she's really amazing. If you guys only knew her, like, she's really awesome.
Yeah, you're right. We don't know her.
Okay.
After
She
this,
left you in the
maybe
She left you in the closet for an hour and didn't even apologize. Hasn't even called to say, "Oh my God."
Brooke, you don't know her.
Well, she was probably embarrassed, Brooke, and didn't want to embarrass him,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, could have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I hear the lack of hope in this room, and I want to remind you, Noah believes. So we need to believe for Noah.
For Noah. Okay, for you, Noah, we'll muster it up.
I just want him.
No, I just.
There's just
No,
like.
there's
just so
Just
many better
believe.
places he could put his energy. That's all.
Come on, Brooke. I need you to believe in me.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know what I do? Do you know what I'll do for you, Noah? I won't even say I told you so when you call us 3 months from now sad.
Oh, wow. Brooke already thinks you're not going to get a date.
Whatever. I'm going to give the last laugh here.
All right, that's the spirit, Noah.
I do want you to win. I will tell you that.
Don't let haters like Brooke bring you
not
down.
being a hater.
We're
Being
all
a realist.
We're all rooting for you, man. So I'm gonna dial Sandra's number. We're gonna try and get your second date. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hey, is this Sandra?
Yes, it is. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, my name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How you doing?
Okay. I'm good.
Good. We're in the middle of a segment called A Second Date, and we'd like you to be a part of it.
Oh, I don't know. What is this for?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's really simple. It's where if you go out on a date with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them to help you figure out the reason why.
Oh,
Make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
So recently, you went out with a guy who really, really likes you, and he's confused about why you haven't been in touch with him lately. His name's Noah.
Yes, okay.
You remember Sweet Noah?
Yeah, we hung out. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a date, but I do know him.
Okay.
Wait, you had some chemistry with him, right? While you guys were hanging out?
Yeah.
You guys kissed, according to Noah, so I hope that you'd have some sort of connection with him, unless you just kiss anybody.
Maybe the answer, bro.
How much did he tell you about what happened?
I mean, he went to a lot of detail. He said that you guys met up. You ended up back at your apartment. You guys started to hook up a little bit, but then you two were interrupted.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel really bad about that, actually.
We know about the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did really like Noah. He was really sweet. He was really funny, and I enjoyed hanging out with him. It would be nice to have someone like him in my life, but
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay.
yeah,
So wait.
I don't really have that right now. So
Do you live with your boyfriend?
no, we don't live together.
You
have a
don't.
boyfriend.
Okay.
But you have a boyfriend you're confirming.
I have been seeing someone. Yes.
Well,
But there's no label on it?
Like that in between.
how could there not be a label on it? He had keys to your place. That's how he got in, right? Like Noah heard jingling of keys and someone entering your apartment, and you told him to get into the closet.
It could have been a robber that broke in and she made out with him to save her life.
One way to distract a robber.
Quick, get in the closet. Get in my mouth.
Take whatever you want.
Now let's go to a bar an hour later.
Is that what happened, Sandra? It's okay if that's what happened.
Yeah, he's just kind of this on again, off again boyfriend type thing.
Okay.
Well, we're just looking, is there anything possible down the road, even in the future with Noah? Is there a chance?
Look, I have been seeing this other guy, but I do kind of like Noah better. I just think he's a better person.
Oh, she said it.
That's great. You know
we
what?
knew it.
Let's find out what Noah thinks about this, because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, and I'm willing to bet he's on board.
Fighting again.
Yeah. Noah, you there?
Jump out of the closet.
Sandra, it's me.
Oh, he's so happy.
What? You had a radio station call me? Oh my God.
Sorry, I didn't really know how to get in touch with you, and I've been texting, and I was just really nervous, to be honest, and I really like you a lot, but I didn't I don't know. I kind of thought you were just blowing me off.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't intentionally trying to blow you off. To be honest, I felt the same way. I did feel like there was a connection.
Oh.
I just didn't know really how serious you were about it.
Noah, do you think this is something that you would take seriously?
If you feel like that guy's not good for you, then I'm open.
Wait.
There you go.
on.
This is the way to do it. You date around till the guy calls a radio station, you pick him.
Yeah!
No, wait. Are we all just going to ignore the fact that, Sandra, you haven't even apologized yet for leaving him in the closet?
He's fine with it. He sounds happy.
Lying about having a boyfriend, like...
Why are you trying to dig up bad things out of this, Brooke?
I'm not digging anything up. It's like right there on the
You're
surface.
like trying to start a fight.
I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm just saying, Sandra, like, what was going through your mind when you're making out with some boyfriend, whatever, claimed, while he was in the closet?
I know it looks really bad. The thing is that this guy that I've been seeing, he's just kind of trouble. He has a little bit of an anger management problem.
Oh, girl.
Oh, girls love those guys.
Why are you even talking to him still?
Wait, what do you mean? Like, how angry is he type person?
I mean, he has been in and out of prison and does have a little bit of a mean streak, not to me, but
run, bro.
to others who have wronged him.
Oh.
That's different than what I thought.
Yeah, Sandra, you deserve better than that.
No, you guys, listen. This guy's gonna find out about their relationship, and he's gonna kill him or her.
So he's not kind of like violent mean, is he? He's just more like loud, angry mean?
Bro, he went to prison, not for like emotionally yelling at somebody.
Sandra?
You know, I don't think I should talk about everything he's done because I don't want to get him in trouble and I don't want to blast that out onto the air. But like Noah, like I said, and I told these guys, you're the type of person that I need in my life, and I am really interested, and I think
it makes sense now.
we could have something.
Okay.
She needs less violent people in her life.
I feel like there's something here to work with.
I'm scared now.
Yeah, I mean, between the prison guy and Noah, she chooses Noah. That's got to feel good.
Well, you're right.
Wait, does that mean you're actually going to break up? Like, break up with prison dude?
It's not going to be easy, but I think if I sit and talk with him and kind of tell him everything and tell him about Noah, then maybe he'll understand.
Maybe don't name drop.
I don't think so, yeah.
Wait, why do you have to tell him about me?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, he's going to want to know who I'm seeing.
So can't you just tell him that's none of your business?
I mean, I told you he has an anger issue, so he's going to want to know and probably going to want to meet him, but like, I think it's going to be fine.
Okay. Well, maybe we can help make that happen because we would love to send you guys out on another date. We will pay for it, and you, Noah, and the prison guy can all meet and discuss moving your relationship to just being with Noah.
Oh, it sounds like it's going to be civil.
I mean, I'm sure he'll be the reasonable one between the three of you.
Yeah.
Sandra, what do you say?
I'm down to try and see if this can work with Noah in whatever way possible.
I think that's good
All
because
right.
you need a healthy relationship.
We got a yes. Noah, you still up for this?
Guys, this is all coming at me so fast right now.
I know, dude.
Do you want to go back in the closet and hide for a second and then think about it?
I think he's going to say yes, actually.
I mean, Sandra, I really want to make things work with you, but I'm a little nervous about, this guy.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Come on, Sandra. He doesn't have to meet him, does he?
Yeah, just tell him your name is like Jeffrey DeBow or something.
There you go.
Okay, you know what? We need to end this call. We're running out of time.
I think it's going to be fine. It's probably going to take him a few days to get over it, but I think he'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel positive right now, but I do.
I don't now.
You don't?
No.
See? Look at Sandra taking charge of her own life, making decisions for herself. Good job, Sandra.
It sounds like someone's about to go back to prison.
Yeah.
The only people that I've ever met on Xbox Live are 13-year-olds who talk to me after they completely own me at whatever game I'm playing. Get off Xbox, old man. You suck.
That's why I don't even talk.
That hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
The guy on the phone today for a second date, his name is Oscar. He actually met the girl that he wants to call playing Xbox Live.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, what's up, Oscar? How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good. So how do you meet somebody on Xbox Live that's not like just like a little punk who tells you suck at playing Call of Duty?
I was impressed. It was I was actually playing Medal of Honor.
Okay.
Which is kind of close to Call of Duty, and you don't get a lot of ladies on there.
Yeah.
I don't even know really what you guys are talking about right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's you get to play pretty much in tandem. You get to play with other people online.
Okay.
And but you don't really get to see them much aside from the profile they create.
How did you know it was a female? Like, was it just the username popped up? You're like, ooh, that's a cute username.
I heard her voice in my headset, and she sounded really cute. And I don't know, Maya sounds like a cute girl's name.
Oh, so you can actually talk to people. I'm sorry, I'm kind of an idiot with this stuff. I'm not even kidding.
No, everyone has on headsets. You can talk to the team.
It's not just like instant messaging.
No, you can actually talk.
No. And I refer to myself as a geek, not a nerd.
Okay.
There's a big difference, apparently.
Yeah, geeks can talk to girls. We just like geeky things.
Okay.
So, what kind of geeky things are you into?
Oh, I'm into all sorts of geek. I like, obviously video games. I like that, and also I like role-playing games, all sorts of stuff.
Okay, before we get any further, please tell me you guys actually went on a date, and you just talking online on Xbox wasn't what you considered a date.
Oh, like I said, I got some skills. I can talk to girls.
Nice.
But yeah, we totally went on a date.
Where'd you guys go when you went out?
We went out to dinner. Not too fancy, but nice enough.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to be intimidating and break out, the giant steakhouse or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if she was vegetarian. So.
What was that like, meeting her in person for the first time?
It was great. I mean, she was super cute. Had kind of like a pixie-ish haircut, which I liked. Also kind of like short hair.
Okay.
Were you really nervous?
Not really nervous. I mean, I've been on dates before, but she was pretty cute. So I wouldn't say I was nervous, but I was pretty stoked and also a little. I didn't want to mess it up.
How did the date go then? Did you guys have a good time?
And yeah, it went great. Like the chemistry was there. She mentioned she plays D&D, which was an instant turn on.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
All right.
Yeah.
So she's into all the same stuff you are then.
Yeah, I mean, she mentioned that she's a 12th level elf.
What?
No way.
Oh man.
Marry that girl. Put a ring on it.
I don't know if you guys play or not, but to get to 12th level, you need to be invested in the game. You're not just a casual user, of the game.
I feel like you do, man. Every time I meet like a second level, I'm like, get out of here, chump. Waste my time with you.
Yeah, no, I freaked out when she mentioned that she was like a 12th level elf. That's like in the industry of gaming, like that's known as a unicorn, like a girl that plays.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I got a unicorn here. Like I was very impressed because I play.
So if she's a 12th level elf, what are you?
I'm a 15th level necromancer.
Well,
does that mean that you hook up with dead people?
That's what it sounded like to me too.
Not a necro.
It's kind of like a dark wizard.
Who sleeps with dead people? I gotta get into this game. I haven't played it ever, but it sounds really interesting to me now.
I think you'd like it. It's fun.
Did you impress her by telling about your necrophilia?
No, there's no sleeping with zombies or anything like that.
Okay.
But I think she was impressed that I played, and again, the higher level, the more years you've got invested. So
Right.
I think I impressed her a little bit.
You guys sound like a geeky match made in heaven to me.
Cute, yeah.
It was really good. The conversation flowed pretty well, and we didn't just talk about gaming the whole time. We talked about other stuff, but yeah, I was very comfortable. The part where she said that she's a high-level elf is the part where I felt like I almost blew it because I did freak out a little bit.
So how did the date end?
Well, she said she had gotten dropped off by a friend but needed a ride home, which I thought was...
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah, and so, of course, I said yes.
Nice.
And, we got to her house and kind of sat in the parking lot for a while, talking for another 10, 15 minutes, and then walked her to the door, and I kind of got the quick hug, which was a little disappointing, a little, I don't know, didn't want to be presumptuous, but I don't know, I was hoping for a little bit more than a hug.
Yeah, I thought she set you up for a kiss just because of the ride home and the talk in the car,
Yeah, I thought if she wasn't interested, it would have been a quick, okay, this is my stop, out you go. But, we talked there for a while, and I don't know, since then, I kind of feel like I got the brush off a little bit, like she's not online as much. I mean, she didn't straight disappear.
Right. Do you guys talk at all then? Have you texted with her, phone calls, anything?
I've texted with her, but I also don't want to feel like a psycho stalker guy. But she's texted me back, but it's been a little cool, I don't know.
Do you think she's dating a lot? I mean, a 12th level cute elf. I would assume would have a lot of options out there.
It's possible, but I don't know. I feel like I went from having this, charm spell on her to suddenly I've got this ring of invisibility. It's just not.
Oh, man, now you're talking my language.
Have you straight
Totally
up
hear you.
Have you straight up asked her out again, or you just think she's being kind of cold and distant?
Yeah, I mean, I've asked her out again, but she always seems to be busy with something.
Okay.
And I don't know. Maybe she is. She did mention that she's fairly busy. It just feels like a brush off. I don't know.
All right, cool. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date, okay?
Awesome. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Hang on. Alas, welcome back to today's second date, where we're attempting to vanquish the troll of loneliness who has reared his head yet again. On the line, we have Oscar, who is a 15th level necromancer, which I think means he's on an FBI watch list somewhere. And he's going to attempt to contact a fair maiden named Maya, who's a 12th level elf. They met while playing Xbox Live and shared their love of Dungeons and Dragons on their first date, but now she's giving him ye old brush off. And we need to call her and find out why she's not calling him back. You about ready to go, Oscar?
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Thanks.
I never asked you in the first part of the second date, why do you think she's not calling you back? You think it's because you got too excited that she plays Dungeons and Dragons like you?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I could have just come on maybe a little too strong, but again, I don't know. I felt like the chemistry was there, so
Yeah,
I'm kind of scratching my head.
Is there something called too strong when you're talking about Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, there is. Oh, okay.
Well, Oscar, it has come time for your reckoning. We will get her on the phone and find out if the fair maiden Maya will be seeing your bow staff once and for all. If everything works out right.
That's pretty inspiring music. I might actually play today. Get a game in.
All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Get her on the phone. Here we go.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Maya, please?
Is this?
Hey, Maya, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio program.
It's a radio show?
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you, radio show?
Well, I'm calling you because a listener of ours recently emailed us about you, and he wanted us to get a hold of you because he thinks that you're brushing him off after you guys went on a date.
Oh, my God. I think I know what this is about.
Do you?
Really?
I mean, I hope not, but
Who would that be? What's his name?
Oscar?
Bingo!
Oh.
Oscar emailed us about you, and he said that he really enjoyed going on your date, and he's been trying to get you to go out with him ever since, but you're always like, I'm busy or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Okay, do you not want to go out with him again?
Correct, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't believe he thought it would be wise to contact the radio station about this, but
Well, he said that he just likes you a lot. It's a thing we do on our show all the time called Second Date. So let me ask you, was it weird actually meeting a guy off of Xbox Live?
I hadn't met anybody through Xbox Live before, so I mean, I feel like it's just as weird as anything else, but it was a public place. That wasn't that wasn't the problem.
What was the problem?
So he's dropping me off at the end of the night. We're in my parking lot of my building and just chatting and honestly I'm feeling it and I'm kind of waiting for him to go in for a kiss.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Instead of that, he goes, "Can I show you something right now?"
That's something that could go one of two ways on a first date,
Exactly.
either good or very, very bad.
Exactly.
What was it?
He starts to take off his shirt.
What?
Dang,
bro.
I mean, I couldn't make it up if I tried. He starts to take off his shirt, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Not that kind of girl. What are you doing? And he's like, no, it's cool. Just trust, I'm not being creepy. Just trust me. And shows me on his arm this huge Iron Throne tattoo from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
like that iconic Game of Thrones chair
like
thing.
The Iron Throne.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Like, whatever.
Why couldn't he just roll up his sleeve to show you an arm tattoo? Why did he have to get half naked?
Well, just you wait. Because that was just the tip of the iceberg. Then he shows me on his pec Gollum from Lord of the Rings face.
My precious.
Okay.
Okay, so you turned
like
off
the
by that?
ugliest character of all time.
Yeah.
Do you not think that's weird? Like a Gollum tattoo on someone's chest?
I don't know. For most people, I would think it was weird, but we talked to him, and the way he was talking about being into Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, I could see him having a tattoo like that.
Have you seen Gollum?
Yeah, I have.
One of the ugliest faces.
Okay.
You're just saying maybe you couldn't want to make, eye contact with.
Think about missionary with
yeah,
that.
that's exactly where I was going.
I mean, come on. And then that's not even it. We're not even done there.
Oh, no.
Then he goes, oh, but wait. You haven't even seen the, what did he say? Pièce de résistance.
Oh, what is that one?
That is his entire back, which is the entire cast of Harry Potter.
Shut up. Harry Potter back guy?
Yes, you may be familiar with the children's novel series Harry Potter.
I'm a little familiar. Yeah, I've heard a thing or two about it.
Yeah, it was all over my date's back. So yeah, I haven't called him back. I've been polite to him. I haven't completely blown him off, but I can't see getting frisky with Harry and the crew.
But you gotta understand, I mean, from his point of view, you're a girl who's like a 12th level elf. Like, he probably thought that you would be into all of those.
I'm also a woman with
Okay. All right, so you just couldn't get down with all of the tattoos that he had, the Harry Potter tattoo, the Game of Thrones tattoo, and the Lord of the Rings tattoo.
And busting them out on the first date in the car.
Hey, Maya, thank you for being honest. I appreciate it. Now I feel like I have to be honest with you about something.
Okay.
Oscar is actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
No! Are you kidding me?
Sorry.
No, I'm not.
Oh my god!
I had no idea that was going to freak you out.
Oh my! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you on the radio.
Well, in hindsight, I could see how taking my shirt off in the car could have been weird.
In hindsight.
Well, and it's not only that. I mean, it's like all the tattoos, like Gollum on your pec. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, I mean, they're not all
on first date.
I do have a lot of tattoos, and I felt like, I don't know, we were having such a good rapport, I thought the Game of Thrones thing might impress you a little bit. I don't know. But I don't have just nerdy ones. I've got like a Thor tattoo, too. That's pretty badass.
I like how that's a badass one.
It is.
Are you feeling insulted, Oscar? I know, like, it seemed like you were
No,
really...
I don't know. The implication that the Harry Potter thing was creepy is a little weird to me because we discussed the books, so I thought you'd be a little more. That
I mean,
a lot of
like
time.
reading the books and enjoying the books is different than like permanently putting the characters of the books on your body.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you'd think that my dedication to all the stuff that we liked would be a turn on, and it would show you that I'm not just some geeky guy, that I'm man enough to get, tattoos and not just some ogre. I mean, in hindsight, like, busting out the tattoos is probably more of a second or third date move. But
No, I don't ever want to see those tattoos again.
Oh, Maya. But Maya, you said that you really liked him at one point. I mean, it's only the tattoos that turn you off?
It was a weird thing, you guys. You weren't there. Like, the date was cool, and I liked him, but, like, long-term down the road, there's no way I could date a guy with these kind of tattoos for the rest of my life.
why do I get the feeling I'm going to spend my evening researching erase regrettable ruined spells? Maya, I don't really meet people like you, especially on Xbox Live, and so... I mean, if I got rid of the Gollum one, would that be,
Are you actually thinking of...
Would that make a difference to you, or
I mean, I really, like, we only went out one time, and I don't think you should change who you are for that.
Okay.
I appreciate the thought, but, like, I mean, I'm sure you're going to find the girl who loves
Oh, man. All right, I know what that means. All right.
Are you sure, Maya? Hey, Maya, we'll pay for a second date if you go out with him again.
We won't pay for the tattoo removal, though.
I mean, I think we could probably be great friends. I mean, we really did have a great time, and like, I'd hang out again. But...
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
Oscar.
hey, Oscar, it's not a successful second date for you, man. I'm sorry.
I think I'm going to just pick up my staff and go home.
Yeah, you should.
They say being in love makes you do crazy things.
Oh, it does.
I've heard that.
It's so good.
Well, if that's true, why couldn't it work the opposite way?
Wait, being crazy makes you in love?
Where doing crazy things makes you be in love.
Oh, then every ex-girlfriend I've ever had would love me so much.
I think that may have been the strategy for one of our listeners named Rich.
Oh.
Because his date idea was definitely out there, but he's not getting a call back. Could we be the final piece of crazy that he needs to push it over the edge and make that love connection
I hope
happen?
so. I like this.
With me and Alexis combined, we can do this.
No, you guys. It's like two crazies don't equal right. I don't think that's how it works.
I don't know.
Yeah. Alexis is just excited because his name's Rich.
That's a good point. Well, let's meet him. Rich, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello, Rich.
Hello, Rich. You sound rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about the girl that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Sarah.
Okay.
We met online, and she was really funny and everything. But like the first thing that I really noticed about her was like her like sculpted eyebrows.
Huh?
You know what sculpted eyebrows are, right?
They're on
No.
Super penciled in eyebrows.
Or maybe she had a micro-bladed, you know.
Yeah, the bladed stuff. Like it's real big on TikTok now. I mean, there's like girls that have like skylines done in there, like the New York skyline or whatever.
Oh, is that what your is that what your For You page is filled with? Is eyebrow art?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that crazy about like I don't go that far, but you know, when women have those sculpted eyebrows, like it just exudes a lot of confidence, right? And that's what I want. And I want to be more confident in my dating life and even in my regular life and everything. So
I like that. So you're hanging out with confident women, attracting them, so hopefully it makes you more confident as well.
Yeah. How do you do that, Rich?
Well, okay, so like I wanted to come up with like a fun date, right? And I'm on TikTok like all the time.
You and everyone else, bro.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so like I figured like one thing that we could do is we could like walk around the city and kind of put together a TikTok with each other.
All right.
So like I figured like let's go around and do some trust falls in different places around the city.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Wait, like where you stand behind her and she just falls backwards and she has to trust that you're going to catch her like that? Literally trust falls?
Yeah, literally trust falls, you know, and we were going to, you know, we were going to like some open air bars and stuff. And so I was like, oh, let's get some other people in on it, you know, and like we'll trust fall with them, just random strangers.
Well, hold on, Rich. Hold on. So rewind to the moment that you said, let's do some trust falls together. What was her reaction to that?
Well, when I pitched it to her, I could tell she was like, that's a little weird, but then she was into it.
Oh, good.
You know, so we tried like one or two together and like, you know, it started to get fun. And so, you know, like I said, we were at a couple of open air bars and we got like a group of people and we were all doing it. And so
That came out weird.
well, do the trust falls. Do the trust falls.
okay.
Sorry.
Group trust fall, not group other
I was going to
stuff.
ask you, like, where are these bars? I need to go.
I gotta say, alcohol and trust falls sounds like at some point it's gonna
Yeah.
Well, so I had this one guy like hold the phone and she got up on a table and she was going to trust fall into me off this table, right?
Oh my god.
You guys are getting extreme.
Off a
Yeah.
table? What is this, wrestling? What the heck?
And you
Light it on fire. Maybe get some barbed wire out here.
You were the only one catching her?
Yes. Well, I was supposed to. So I didn't quite catch her, but I didn't like drop her. But if the guy that was filming it didn't like jump in and catch her head, it might have gotten a lot worse. But like she didn't fall to the ground. Like I mostly caught her. I think she would have been fine, but it was good that he was
You
there.
had one job. Catch her.
I mean, typically when you do it from like up on a table, you have like a group of people
A couple
around.
people with their arms out.
Yeah, that definitely puts a speed bump in the date
But at least
and
she
in her
didn't get
body,
hurt.
too.
Yeah.
Well, did she get hurt?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, she didn't get hurt. It was all fine, and we laughed it off. And
Her eyebrows were still in good
her eyebrows were still in excellent shape. No.
Okay, good.
It
Good.
looked like an earthquake.
All right.
She was shocked.
So were you able to recover?
Yeah, I was able to recover, and we had some fun, and we made a bunch of TikToks, and I got a lot of views on the TikToks, and we laughed the whole time. And
Because it ended up on a fail blog, probably.
yeah. But when I've been texting her like ever since, and it's been fine and cordial and everything, but I can't really get her to seem to agree to go out again.
Okay.
Oh, she's avoiding, like,
what is
locking
she?
down.
Yeah, she's just saying she's busy or something.
Yeah, I just can't get it to lock down. But she hasn't said no, like straight up.
Okay.
Well, that's good. If she was mad at you, she may not be talking to you at all. So at least she's having conversations. She's just like, when it comes to the date, you're like, she's avoiding it, obviously.
Well, she probably doesn't want to die on her next date.
He's like, let's try it off a skyscraper this time.
Are you sure you just don't want to wait it out and wait for her? You think that you need to get her on the phone?
It's been a few weeks, and
a few weeks.
I'm worried that, like, she might think that I'm just not attractive enough. Like I said, I want to be more confident, but I'm still not quite there. And so I'm really worried that, like, she is, just out of my league, and she's trying to let me down easy, and I'm not picking up on it.
Yeah, you need to get an answer, because if not, you're going to slide into the friend zone forever.
Yeah,
So
ghosting is going to happen next.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Well, you sound like a good guy to us. So, Rich, we're going to play a song. Come back, we'll call Sarah for you, and we'll try and get you your second date, okay?
You guys want to do some trust falls?
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, man.
Okay, Brooke, catch me!
No.
Brooke!
No.
Oh, God.
Ow!
Now there's blood. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the second date. And we've been talking to one of our listeners, Rich, about his first date with a woman named Sarah. And we got so wrapped up in sculpted eyebrows and trust falls, we never even touched on if there was any romantic encounters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Rich,
Whoops.
was there any of that happening? Like maybe a hug or a kiss at the end?
Well, I wasn't really going to say anything, but yeah, we did end up doing it in a park bathroom.
What?
Yeah!
Whoa!
Hold
Did you
on.
just jump? Wait.
Doing
Hold
what?
up. No
Or-
better place?
Not really, because we were just out walking around, but we were doing the trust falls, and we were, getting to know each other, and it kind of got a little intimate, and, one thing led to another, and
Okay,
All right.
Rich, I did not see that coming.
No, me neither.
I'm not going to lie, it surprised me as well, but you just got to go with it.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
not too bad.
Good on you.
Remember when you said you weren't very confident? It seems like you got it covered.
Seriously.
I don't know.
Or was a trust fall gone really wrong?
Yeah.
You fell, okay. You fell on oh, never mind.
Though that worked out.
Yeah.
All
Gotcha.
right. Well, okay.
Got you real good.
That's a new layer to this story.
Wow.
I gotta say that, like, I don't really think you should bring that up when you talk to her, because, like, I don't know that she wants that information
Right.
like
It's
out.
private. Can I ask, like, what was the vibe after that?
I was in a very good mood. We were still having fun.
Okay.
you were.
I bet you
Okay.
were, yeah.
All right,
a little
cool.
tired, but having a great time.
All right. Well,
Oh, my God.
Well, and like, there was a lot of drinking involved, so like that probably helped with the trust falls and the park thing, obviously.
Yeah, totally.
And not noticing how gross the bathroom
yeah.
You dropped her during the trust fall, so I'm going to go with it only helped with the park thing.
Now the dropping thing that did happen after the park incident.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So just to recap here, it was trust fall, drinking, trust fall, sex in a park, trust fall, drop her, end of date.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice, bro.
Nailed it.
Why are we calling her? Sounds like a perfect date.
Well, let's see what she thought about it. We're gonna call Sarah, and we're gonna see what her opinion was. Are you ready to do this, man?
I'm absolutely ready, but like, please do not mention the park incident unless she brings it up.
Okay.
Okay.
We got your back.
It is funny though that you're calling it an incident, but we're gonna do our best here. I'm gonna dial the number right now. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, I'm looking for Sarah.
this is Sarah. Who's this?
Hey, Sarah, my name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Okay.
It's the typical reaction that we get.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, Sarah.
Yeah.
So
Big fan, huh?
yeah, we're doing a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show to reach out to them for you to help you figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Well, and like, I guess this guy you've actually been texting with.
Yeah.
His name is Rich.
Oh, okay.
You know
Okay.
Rich. You
Okay.
remember Rich?
So maybe you weren't blowing him off.
Yeah, because we know a little bit about the date, Sarah. He talked to us about it. But first, I just need to ask you about something. Apparently, your eyebrows are amazing.
Yeah, he did talk about it a lot.
I thought you were saying something else.
Is that true?
Yes, thank you.
I
there you
mean,
go.
She takes pride in her eyebrows. It's good.
like little tiny hair masterpieces up there. He had a lot of nice things to say about you and your eyebrows and your date.
That's very sweet. Yes, I put some work in.
Well, good. It's paying off because Rich obviously had a great time with you, and he's just a little bit confused about why you're not getting together again. Is there a reason?
I don't know what to say.
Are you interested in him at all? I mean, it sounded like a fun date.
I mean, it was fun. We drank quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Randomly did trust falls.
Yeah. Did you find that fun?
I don't know if fun is the word for it. Different. Definitely different.
Definitely different.
Yeah.
Creative.
That's not bad, though, right?
No, I mean, I did some embarrassing things, but
He told us about how you fell off a table and he didn't maybe catch you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that wasn't great.
No. And he feels bad about that, too. But what do you think of Rich as a person?
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence.
Are you?
What?
If you're on the fence, we'll catch you.
No.
You can trust us.
That is not going to help, I don't think.
She didn't say she liked it that much.
Apologize, Sarah. I mean, I think the thing is, he had great things to say about you and just really kind compliments. Like, he talked about how confident you were and how attractive that was to him. I mean, which is awesome to hear, right?
Yeah, no, he's very sweet. Well, he's not the typical guy I go for.
What do you mean by that? Like, what are your apprehensions about him?
Okay, so the trust fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to put it, but it's like it was almost like a gimmick because he's not maybe that confident, and I think that helped him to be a little more assertive. And
But don't you think like confidence is kind of like a fake it till you make it type of situation, you know?
And I know it sounds corny, but like you literally are building trust.
But how is it coming out when he's catching you? Is he just screaming like super confident?
In the beginning, but then when he dropped me, not so confident, maybe.
Yeah. But
That's understandable, though. I mean, I'm sure he felt bad.
That's the thing. You got to see that he's got it in him.
Yeah, I'm not sure because there's parts of me that really like him, and then parts of me that I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like your eyebrows are probably one of the parts of you that like him, or we're just trying to work on the heart part to like him too. And maybe your heart would be open to hearing directly from him because he's actually been on the other line listening this entire time.
Oh my gosh.
Rich, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Hi. Hi there.
How are you doing?
Hi. Surprised. I'm good.
I told you when we were on the date that I'm trying to get more confident, and I feel like I'm making big strides in that general vicinity. So, maybe give me another shot.
Hey, being on the radio is a pretty confident thing to do.
It's a bold move.
Yeah.
Big, bold move, don't you think?
Especially this show, Sarah. We make fun of people a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have the confidence to take a little teasing.
Take it, yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
And, what about, when we went to the park? I mean, wasn't that pretty bold, too?
Whoa, bro.
What are you talking about at the park?
No, Jeff, don't.
I've never heard any stories of the park.
Me either.
What happened at the park?
You know what I'm talking about? You remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember.
Dude.
This is all new information to me.
Yeah, you're doing good, Jeff.
I have not heard him say anything about a park before.
You are a good
Oh,
wingman.
my.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Give me another chance. You think I would love to take you out again. We can do anything you want. We don't have to do trust falls again, I promise.
Anything.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
I got a lot of enthusiasm. Like I said, I'm working on it.
Maybe it would help, Rich, if you said some nice things about Sarah instead of all the things about you.
Sarah, you are so funny, and I had so much fun with you. I didn't even feel like I was trying to be confident. I just felt like naturally a more exciting person just being around you,
Aw, that's cute.
And of course, you have amazing eyebrows, and I'm never going to get over that.
What do you think of that, Sarah?
Legendary eyebrows.
That's pretty sweet, Sarah.
That's very sweet.
And let's not forget about how bold I was in the park.
Bro!
That's not.
Okay.
Still a mystery to me,
Uh-huh.
but sounds very bold whatever happened at the park.
Man.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Good job. Jen.
Well, what he's lacking in confidence, he makes up for in enthusiasm.
See? That's good.
All right.
Oh my God, that's kind of cute,
Well,
Sarah.
okay, we're kind of getting some positive momentum here.
Yes,
so
for
It
sure.
sounded like a
Sarah,
backhanded compliment to me.
it's a very small amount of momentum, but we're going to work with it.
Yeah.
Ride
Sarah,
that train.
we would like to
Don't
invite
say ride
you.
the train, Brett.
We'd like to invite you to go out on another date with Rich, and we'll pay for it. What do you say?
Well, he has some skills. So,
How?
Oh, okay.
How so?
Wait, are you talking about the park?
Okay, you were trying to be subtle here.
Still mystified as to what's going on. But
Jeff.
I was trying to be subtle about it, but yeah.
Oh, that's a good laugh.
so is that a yes? You're agreeing to see Rich one more time?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
That's so cute.
Thank you guys for helping me out here. Sarah, I can't wait to take you out again.
Good job getting outside of your comfort zone, man. I'm
Yeah,
proud of you.
Well
this is
done,
gonna be
man.
awesome, Rich.
Yeah, maybe after the confidence, I'll work on my subtlety too.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Just no more trust falls, okay?
Oh, okay.
Of course. This time I'll bring protection. I won't forget.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Rich, subtlety.
Protection from what, Jeff?
I'm in the dark over here.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You want to know if you're absolutely terrible at dating? We can help you with that with the second date update. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. We have Cameron on the phone right now. Cameron, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Now, your email said that you met a girl named Julia through friends. I do want to point out that your email also said it felt like she just got you.
Aww.
It sounds cornier when you say it out loud. I did feel like she got me. Like, I thought we had a connection.
What'd you guys do during your date?
We went down to, like, Pioneer area, sort of Safeco area. That whole area is blown up. I love that district.
Okay.
We had dinner down there, and I was gregarious and fun, and, you know, she laughed at my jokes.
If I don't say so myself,
Wow,
I was
Cameron.
outgoing and hilarious. But then again, I'm just doing what Cameron does. I'm not making fun of you. I'm sorry. So anyway, you felt like she had a good time. She was laughing at your jokes. You had a good dinner with her.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, she was giving me good signs.
Okay, like she was maybe like touching your arm or.
Well, okay, not exactly that.
All right.
But when I dropped her off, we did have a steamy makeout session.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So there was
Okay.
physical contact. She's
Yeah.
into it.
How'd the date end?
I'm trying to think back if she sort of said, "Hey, nice to meet you," or if she was like, "Hey, let's talk soon." I can't exactly remember, but I felt like if I were to text her the next day, she would
Right.
respond. I waited a few days,
Okay.
How many days?
5 days. I waited until the following weekend, like
All right.
Friday, and I sent her a text.
That's a long time.
5 days does seem like a long time. It seems like if I were a girl, it sounds like a starting of a song. If I were a girl, anyway. But I would think 5 days, like maybe the guy has blown me off. So do you think maybe that happened, Cameron?
That's hard to say.
It's like you're losing your forward momentum. If you come off a hot, steamy makeout session, a girl wants to know right away that you also felt it was great.
Yeah, maybe I should have midweek, sent her a message, or
You can't think of any reason why she wouldn't want to call you.
there were some lulls in the conversation, but we didn't clash politically. We avoided those subjects.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, hey
Sweet
Cameron,
Cameron.
we're gonna get her on the phone right after this song and see if we can get an answer for you. Okay.
Hopefully she doesn't really hate me for doing this.
All right. So just hang out for like 3.5 minutes, and we'll get the second part of your second date update. All right.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Cameron's on the phone with us. He emailed us about a girl named Julia who he went on a date with. They had dinner, made out at the end of the night. You waited 5 days to try to get a hold of her via text message. Do you think that maybe you might have waited too long?
I wonder.
Okay,
I wonder.
all right.
Oh, Cameron.
We'll call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone and ask her, okay?
Awesome.
And feel free to go ahead and jump in on the conversation whenever.
And bring out that confidence, Cameron. You got it in you. I know it.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi, is Julia there?
this is she.
Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5.
Oh, hello.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Nice.
It's always a weird follow-up question.
I know,
Like,
right?
you're just calling to say hi.
Calling to see what you're up to, like how things been. How's life? We haven't talked in a while, Julia, or ever, have we?
Yeah.
I'm calling you because I wanted to ask you a question about somebody you know.
Okay.
Do you have any idea of who I might want to call you about?
No.
How familiar are you with our show?
I'm familiar.
Okay. Have you ever heard the second date updates before?
Yes.
What if I were to tell you that somebody emailed us about going on a date with you?
Oh.
Take it
Now
away.
now can you guess who it might be that wants to find out why you didn't call them back after you guys went on a date?
Was it Mike?
Oh,
It is
wow.
not Mike.
Interesting.
Okay.
You think we could narrow it down some more? Sounds like there's a lot of options. Not calling a lot of men back.
Okay, go ahead. Guess again. I want to see if you can guess it now. It's not Mike. It's somebody else that you went on a date with recently.
Cameron, I think.
Oh, I think.
Cameron, you think? That's it.
I don't know.
It's Cameron. It's Cameron.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
He emailed us because he wants to know why you guys went out and you never called him back. He said he sent you a text like 5 days after your date, and you didn't respond.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind telling us why?
It was a fine date. We got along.
Okay.
He let us know that there was kind of a hot and steamy makeout session at the end of the night.
Yes, there was. I admit it.
It's okay. It's okay. So you were into him, right?
I mean, it was kind of weird because he smelled like a girl.
He smelled like a girl.
Like he was wearing like women's perfume.
What?
I don't know if like he had been with a girl earlier that day or he just has like a weird like lady perfume fetish or
Julia, guys' cologne sometimes could smell like women's perfume. Do you think
True.
that maybe he just made a bad selection?
no, this was like flowery, like Marc Jacobs smelling.
Oh.
Like my best friend wears the same perfume.
Hey, Julia.
Yeah.
Cam's on the phone with us.
What?
Hey,
Hi.
what's up?
What's up?
Cameron.
I'll help you out, Cameron.
No, I'm not fond of men's cologne. I think it's too musky and musty and weird.
What?
So
Okay, so you were wearing women's perfume?
It's okay. Yeah.
It's fine.
To
I
each
mean,
their own.
whatever your scent is, man. But
sometimes I wear a little touch of like a subtle women's perfume.
So, Cameron, can I ask you this? I think wearing women's perfume, that's fine. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But does it go beyond women's perfume ever?
I'll answer that with a resounding no.
So it's just
because the perfume doesn't match the underwear is what we're asking. All right.
It does not.
So, Julia, you were just turned off by the fact that Cameron smelled like a girl.
Yeah.
And that's the reason you didn't call me, Julia?
Yes.
Is that the only reason?
Also, I didn't really think you were that good of a kisser.
Oh!
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
That sounds mean.
What was bad about his kissing?
It's just like a lot of like saliva.
He just kissed like a woman, didn't he? Is that what
But his lips were so soft.
well, Julia, we'll pay for the second date. If you'll go out with Cameron again, we will pay for it.
That is so nice. However, I don't think so.
Really?
I think it just would be not.
What if he agrees not to wear perfume?
Yeah.
I mean, there just wasn't a connection.
All right.
Okay.
You're scared that he's going to show up for the date and you guys are going to be wearing the same top and it's going to be awkward.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I think a lot of us have gone out on a first date with low expectations, and before you know it, things happen and you end up spending the night.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if you're lucky.
I know.
But not very often does it happen the opposite way, where your whole plan is to stay the night, but you decide, actually, you know what? I'm going to play the long game on this one.
That's hard.
That's exactly what's happening with Jose and Alexis right now. But we're not here to talk about them today.
Listen, her gag, ew, gross. I'm the grossest thing
You
I've
know,
ever
though,
heard. No, I'm
protest
nasty.
too much.
Yeah.
Protest too much.
You guys can pretend all you want. We know what's really happening.
I am not pretending. Alexis is cute.
We're not here to talk about the situation happening between you two.
God,
We're here
situation.
for one of our listeners, Sydney, who needs our help today. Welcome to the show, Sydney.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, man. Thank God you're on the phone. You need to cut the tension in this room.
Yeah, sounds steamy.
So
Yeah.
tell us about the guy that you went out with recently. What's his name?
His name is Kurt, and I met him on Tinder.
Okay.
Okay.
And, I mean, what struck him about you on Tinder?
On Tinder, he was just cute. Like, I was originally into it for, like, a meaningless hookup.
Which is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
okay.
like 99%. You don't go to Tinder to like read
Yeah.
the bios.
Yeah, there's not much that strikes you.
But
on
you,
Tinder.
but you still want to have like a good like chemistry on your like messages together,
that's
or
true.
you know
That's true.
some liked shared interests.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
So how did things play out with you and Kurt?
Oh my gosh. So it turned out he was pretty amazing. Like,
Nice.
I met him at this bar, and he was just so put together and had this beautiful smile.
Oh,
Wow.
well, hello, Kurt.
I mean, I'm getting
Yes.
flustered.
Oh, is that all it takes? Just a little smile?
I know.
and
Put
You're
together.
like, wow, this guy really knows what he's
Oh
doing.
my God.
When you have your expectations so low,
Yeah.
it doesn't take much,
Yeah,
right?
that should be
Buttons are
Tinder's catchphrase.
Yeah.
Set the expectations so low that it doesn't take much.
Did you feel yourself like growing more nervous during the date because you're realizing this?
I wouldn't say nervous, but just shifting like away from wanting to hook up to like wanting to play like the long game, you know?
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that's cool. That sucks for
You
him.
suddenly felt like this was going to be more than just a one-night thing. You wanted to actually maybe start a relationship.
Date this guy.
I mean, that seems pretty deep, but yeah, kind of. I was like,
Oh, okay. So how do you go about doing that?
The shift?
Yeah.
When did the shift happen?
How do you shift the
Jeff,
plan?
how do you not sleep with something right away?
This is interesting to me.
Pivot. When was your pivot?
so, I mean, we hung out at the bar for a little bit, and then it was kind of early, and it was a really hot day.
Okay. So you excuse yourself to the bathroom and you go put on some real underwear now because you feel like this could be a relationship situation. Get rid of the edible stuff.
Plus, it was a
Oh
hot
my
day. It
God.
was melting.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
know?
it's getting sticky down here. I'll be right back.
I see where you're at, Sydney. Keep going.
Yeah, so anyway, it was super hot out, and he said that he had a pool at his house.
Oh, this guy gets
Wow.
better
I
and
like her
better.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I know. So I was like, this could be shady, but the fact is I've been hanging out with him for a while, and he's just so easy, and we just get along, So I was like, why not?
Yeah.
So wait, was your
Alright.
plan then to skinny dip? Because I assume you didn't come with a swimsuit.
Well, I didn't want a skinny dip, but like I just went in my T-shirt and my undies. It was
Uh-huh.
fine.
Oh, you tease.
Okay.
No,
How
I think it's a strong move.
No, it's all you got. I mean, heck, might as well, right?
Yeah.
But it's also like, I didn't want to hook up with him. I'm just going to go get naked and wet
Yeah,
at his house.
exactly.
That's the long game, Brooke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sydney
Oh,
clearly
yeah.
is an expert in the art of seduction. So
Yeah.
did it work?
I mean, I think so. Like, first of all, let me just tell you, his house, holy moly.
Oh,
Baller,
really?
huh?
Oh, this guy's rich?
Oh, lucky.
Oh my God. Like brand new, like all the finishing touches, like a floaty staircase.
What?
Ooh, that's
Whoa.
cool.
Not only does he have a pool, but he's got a hot tub. So we did that.
Oh,
Come on. I can't even get a guy with a bed that has like not on the ground.
Alexis is trying to graduate from a futon.
Yeah.
So there's
Kinda hot.
there's hot tub action happening now.
Well, but not even like action. It was totally just like hanging out. I mean, super good chemistry though, but I didn't want to like mess it up by just cheapening it, you know? So,
Girl, it is not cheapening it. I mean, he's inviting you at his house. You're in his hot tub. Like, you're telling me nothing happened?
No, I will say we did kiss.
Where?
Nice.
Where?
What part
Like
of your
where
body?
on the body or where in the house?
I know. I'm like, well, kind of like after the hot tub, so it didn't get too steamy. Like, it was almost more romantic.
Like, let me get you a towel, and then he pulled you in.
And then what happened after the nice kiss?
He asked if I wanted to hang out a little more, but I thought maybe, you know, it's time to call it just to keep it super high point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep him wanting more.
Oh my gosh! If I was him, I would be like, "Oh my god!" Like,
right, because you have the kiss, you have the moment, you have your heart racing.
Oh, and I'd be thinking about you every day after that.
I don't know. If
until
I was
see
him,
you.
I'd feel like I just blew it. She just left.
I don't think so. She said it was a romantic kiss.
It depends on their vibe.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, on paper, yeah, I could see.
So what happened?
So when I left, he said that he was going to be out of town for about 2 weeks or so.
Whoa. Okay.
But then, like, he got back, and it's just been like, he texted me one time that he wanted to hang out, but now he keeps saying that he's, like, busy. So I'm like, oh, no, what happened? I mean, did he, like, you know, meet somebody who was out of town or?
That's my first thought.
I mean, 2 weeks is a long time to
That's
go between
long.
seeing someone in the dating world. Were you able to keep a conversation going with him while he was
Right.
away?
Yeah, we did text a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, how was it?
What was the vibe?
It was kind of flirty. It was nice.
Oh,
So, you know, it makes it even weirder when he gets back, like the texts aren't as flirty.
Okay.
From experience, I mean, I
Oof,
think anybody
the
can
momentum,
say,
yeah.
You go
Yeah.
a week without even talking to somebody or a lot. I mean, it definitely changes the momentum.
Well, maybe we can change it again.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, let's give this a shot. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. We're going to call Kurt for you, and we'll try and get you a second date. Okay, Sydney?
Sounds great. Thank you, guys.
This is a challenge that we've never had before on this morning show.
Okay.
That challenge is find the only catch on Tinder and then reel him in without any favors.
Uh-oh.
And the reason that he's a catch is because Kurt not only has good hair and a nice smile, and he's put together. On top of all that, he owns a great house with a swimming pool, a floaty staircase, an expensive hot tub, and they even shared a passionate kiss during sunset as a pod of dolphins swam by and did a synchronized water dance to a BTS song.
Wow.
Wow, they're the shape of a heart.
And after all that, Sydney still turned down the invitation to spend the night just to try to play the long game with this guy.
Wrong move.
I feel like Sydney's having regrets after hearing about the dolphins.
It sounds like he literally was like, hey, I have millions of dollars if you'd like it. And she was like, no, I'm good.
Not today.
The reason why she might have some regrets is because it's been 2 weeks and now their conversation has cooled off a lot. So she's hoping that we can turn the heat back up with this second date. How you feeling right now, Sydney?
I'm nervous as heck. I really am.
Yeah.
We're calling like this perfect guy, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
interesting
know.
because you wanted to play the long I'm cool game, and now you have a radio station calling for you. So
You don't seem very cool on the phone.
the tides have kind of turned.
She's like, now I'm having a panic attack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
thank
thing?
you for that.
I think we can do it, though. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we're like rich, powerful people, too.
What?
don't
Speak for
think
yourself.
Any of those words
No.
define us.
I just think we'll impress him. No.
I mean, we better hurry up and just make this call before this
Yeah.
gets any worse than it already is.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
Plus,
so I'm-
we're broke. We might have to pay the phone bill.
Yeah.
Let's just check, make sure it works.
But I think if we've learned anything from Sydney, it's start with low expectations. So
Okay.
then it can only go up from there.
Yep, that's good.
All right, so I'm
Okay.
gonna dial Kurt's phone number right now, and we're gonna try and get you your second date. You ready, Sydney?
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll try not to screw it up.
No promises though. Here we go.
Hello,
Hey, is this Kurt?
it's Kurt.
Hey, Kurt. How you doing? My name's Jeff.
Why was that awkward?
Why was that awkward?
I don't
just
know.
like, hey,
it was
hey.
awkward, though.
I'm sorry for my awkwardness, Kurt.
Hi, Kurt.
Hi, what's going on?
This is a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. And this is the morning radio show team that apparently doesn't like the job I'm doing.
You're not very good at small talk, including just saying your name. It's
All
fine,
I said was,
Kurt.
"Hi, I'm Jeff. What's up?"
Well, you said it wrong.
Hi, Kurt. I'm a Jeff.
Kurt, we
Oh,
have a
God.
great reason for calling you, though.
Hey, wait, am I in the air right now?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, it's just weird.
Cool.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
Did I win something, or what happened?
Well, the reason that we're calling you
I know both of you.
is because one of our listeners has been trying to get a hold of you, and she's been having a hard time lately. Her name's Sydney.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You remember Sydney?
Yeah, I do remember her. So she had you guys call me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just so
Okay.
excited about your date. I mean,
And now you guys want to talk about the date?
Well,
kind of.
Yeah, sort of, because we know that a date happened 2 weeks ago over at your house, and she had a lot of great things to say about you and your place, and she's a little bit confused why now, 2 weeks later, things have cooled off between you.
This is really awkward.
Is it Brooke again? Brooke.
It is Brooke.
Yeah,
It
okay.
is.
I apologize for
won't
her.
say cool again,
Everything
I
is
promise.
cool. We get it.
I mean, the thing is, Kurt, like, she really felt like there was a true connection between you two, and it was something that she wasn't expecting at all, and it really surprised her.
I agree. I did think there was potential, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's good.
But I feel like I think I kind of screwed up a little bit.
Wait, you think you screwed up?
Why do you say that?
Okay, so it's like she really liked the pool.
Yeah.
People enjoy it when they come to visit. I get that, but I kind of messed up. I was like, well, you're welcome to use it anytime. Like I made this comment, and then I went away for a couple weeks for business. And then I found out when I was away that she used the pool multiple times with her friends.
Wait, what?
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
While you weren't there?
Yeah, she just kept over and over, kept coming over with her friends.
How would you know that?
Well, I have security, my
Cameras?
security footage. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like security guards. I'd be like, those are the worst security guards ever.
Yeah, my security dog.
Yeah.
I mean, but you told her she could use it whenever?
No, wait, hold up. She didn't ask you?
No, she didn't mention it. And then, like, the motion sensor triggers. Like, I know people were in there. So I, multiple times, I got an alert. People were in the backyard or whatever. And when I checked the footage, it was like...
Yeah. There's apps now where you can
Yeah,
see what's going on.
Yeah, we have one that's the same, where you can see it from your phone.
Honestly, my brother uses my pool all the time, so I kind of figured it was him. And then when I got back, I was curious to see, like, who had been using the pool. And then it was her over and over. Like, it was like the YMCA.
Okay.
That is crazy.
So you come home and you check your security cams and you see that it's actually Sydney and her friends using your pool. And that's why you've kind of cooled off towards her?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like she took advantage.
Absolutely.
Did you warn her that you have security cameras outside your pool? Oh, we just had this conversation like not too long ago where you said if anybody comes over to your house, you need to warn them that you have cameras
If
out.
you, if you invite someone to your home, she was never invited. Like, that's the thing. Like, when you give an open invitation to somebody saying, oh, use the pool, everyone knows that you ask before you do it.
Well,
you don't just show up. That's
it sounded
trespassing.
to me like he told her you can come over at any time, and I don't know if that's true. Maybe we should ask Sydney. Sydney, is that what he said?
Hi.
It's not. Look at
You're on the call too.
Yeah, sorry. I should have let you know, Kurt, that Sydney's been on the other line listening this entire time. She wants to talk to you.
After all that, now you didn't let me know.
Yeah, well, I guess my co-hosts were right. I'm not very good at this job, so I apologize. But go ahead. Sydney?
Oh my gosh, I can barely even stand. I'm so horrified right now. I feel so bad. Maybe I was just so excited about like the time we had. I just kind of was like showing off your place to my friends. I don't know.
What?
But now I just feel like I messed up so bad, and that's not respectful on my part, and I'm so sorry. I feel really bad.
I mean, yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know. It's just a little weird.
Sydney, how did you even get into his pool? Like, did you have to scale a fence or something?
Yeah.
No, there's like a door that isn't kept.
One of those ones you just reach over and unlatch. Oh, my parents have that too. I'm like, why do you have a door then? Everybody can come in.
Sydney, what were you thinking?
What do you mean, what was she thinking, Brooke? Pool party!
Why wouldn't you ask him? Why wouldn't you say, hey, do you mind if my friends and I come over while you're out?
I bet she thought she'd get away with it.
I'm asking her.
I mean, if you want me to be completely honest here, you're right. I didn't think he would actually know, and I was so excited to show my friends where he lived. And
I mean, it sounds to me, Kurt, like Sydney realizes that she made a mistake and she's really sorry about what she did.
It was just like everything was just thrown around too. Like she didn't even clean up after. There was just like
the
my
noodles
God.
everywhere.
it was just a disaster. I trashed
Really?
the house when I was done.
Well, she just figured that she would come back the next day and then clean it up then. Why bother?
I don't recall that part, and if that's true, I'm super horrified in every way right now. I mean, honestly, this seems unforgivable, but I really hope that you'll just take my word that I'm not a tool and that, like, I'm so sorry, and I hope we can give it a second chance is all I'm
I mean, at
saying.
least she's impressed by you, bro. She's trying to show off your pad to her friends.
Yeah, and with that being said, we want to send you out on another date. And we'll pay for it, Kurt, if you're willing to give Sydney one more chance.
Public pool.
I mean, to be fair, Kurt, I don't think she's like a gold digger. I don't think she's trying to use you.
I mean, it is hard to find a guy with a pool.
I know,
She
but,
literally used his
but
pool.
she liked you.
That's like the
But she
definition.
liked you for you before she knew about the pool.
Yeah, that was just a plus.
She seemed sincere when she told us about it.
Yeah. I mean, before you answer, just think about Sydney in her shirt and her no pants. Swimming around in your pool.
Okay,
Again,
that's
your
not
pool.
helpful.
Did that not help?
I don't have to think about it. I've seen the video already.
All right. Well, just visualize it and then let us know. What do you think? One more shot with Sydney on our bill.
I'm sorry. I don't think so. I feel like,
She blew it. She had a
wow.
hot rich guy and she blew it.
I blew
Yeah, I just feel like when
it.
someone-
Oh.
This is why you hook up the first night.
Hurry! Everybody swipe right on Kurt. Hurry! The one good Tinder guy.
the rest of you guys, you're all welcome to use the pool anytime you want.
Okay. Sorry, Sydney. Snooze, you lose.
Oh, man.
We've moved on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A lot of times when we do second date updates, people have no idea what they've done wrong on their first date, or they leave out a very important detail in the story that they're telling us, something that they don't think is weird, but their date certainly thought was. Well, today's second dater knows exactly what he did wrong on his first date. His name is Tuggy. Tuggy, what's up, man? How are you?
Jubal, how you doing, man?
What's up?
Oh, my God.
What's going on, Tuggy?
You don't even know it, but you are my dog, man. You're my jam.
You're my jam.
Thanks, Tuggy.
Tuggy, do you introduce yourself as Tuggy, or is this just a nickname that you use because, you and Jubal are obviously bros now?
Well, I mean, we're obviously bros, but yeah, I mean, my buddy gave me that name in 8th grade. It's kind of a long story, but yeah, my real name's Daryl.
All right. It's always interesting. It's a long story. They call me Tuggy. I don't want to know that story at all.
Nope, especially in 8th grade.
So the girl that you want to call today, tell us a little bit about her.
This chick I met on plentyoffish.com.
Nice.
And so, I meet this chick. Her name's Megan, and I thought she was cute. Her profile checked out. And I said, hey, you want to go out for dinner? She said, cool. And she was one of the only girls off of this website that actually looks like her picture, which is cute.
I feel like you've
I think
tried
what-
to date everyone on that website,
From
too.
what
like
I know, from what I know of Plenty of Fish, that is true. So,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah. And, I roll up to pick her up, and I like to have a good time. I'm kind of a prankster, kind of like you, Jewel. And, I always have some fun ideas when I pick up a girl, And so anyway, I think this girl wasn't into it or something. I don't know. But anyway, I pick her up.
Yeah, that kind of made no sense what you just said there. What do you mean by fun ideas that you do for girls? Like, see, they get in your car and they sit on a whoopee cushion or something?
No, but so she gets in the car, and I'm like, all right, you want to go for a ride? And she's like, okay. And then I floor it.
What?
And we drive. There's a dead end on her street, so I'm like, this would be funny if I drive straight towards this wall, and I get to up to maybe 45 miles an hour, in the span of a block.
What are you doing?
And I'm headed right for this wall, and she's screaming. And then, of course, I stop right before the wall. I'm not going to kill us all. And
good.
And she was really angry.
Yeah. She just met a guy named Tuggy and gave her address out. It was her first mistake, and now she's in a car with him. This is so wrong on so many levels.
What did she say after you pretended to slam into a wall?
Oh my gosh.
She gathered herself, and she said, what the hell was that? And I said, well, I just thought it'd be funny.
Oh.
Oh, terrible answer.
Yeah.
No, I like a man to wait until the second date to endanger my life. Or at least, 30 minutes into the date.
I mean, I guess, but it's like if you're not up for that kind of humor, then I don't know if you should be dating Tuggy.
Yeah, then you don't deserve Tuggy. All right. Has this worked for you before? Have you tried this
Not
trick?
this one. No, the last girl I dated for about 2 weeks, when I picked her up, I immediately locked the doors, and she thought that was pretty funny.
That is so creepy, Tuggy.
That's awesome. Just
That's
staring at
not funny.
Tuggy, I like your dating style, man.
We're 5 minutes into this date, and I'm already thinking that she needs to file a police report.
Tell us what happened on the rest of your date.
Well, so then we go very slowly to dinner. I'm following the speed limit. And we get there, and I'm like, cool. And then she says, oh, hey, a friend of mine works across the street at this other restaurant. And she's like, do you mind if I stop in? I'm like, no, fine, that's cool. So I'm waiting in the parking lot for like 15 minutes while she's in this other place. And I'm like, well, what the heck, what's up, And so I go across in this other restaurant, and I say, and I'm looking for her, and I can't find her. And I said to like the hostess, you see a girl that looks like this girl? And she said, yeah, some girl came in and just asked to use the back entrance and left.
Oh, So she ditched out the back door of another restaurant to try to get away from you, Tuggy.
Yeah, so she bolted.
So what do you want to do today then? You want to call her and find out if she'll go out with you again? You want to call her and apologize? What is the point?
Yeah, I need you guys to make it all right. I need my bros to kind of make it all right.
Smooth it out, huh?
I mean, do you feel any remorse, Tuggy, for making her feel uncomfortable or unsafe?
Yeah, I obviously came on too strong, and it's like I want her to know that I can take it slow and not be crazy right off the bat.
I don't believe
Laugh
you.
at the end.
I don't believe you
All right.
at all, though, Tuggy. Is
Here
the
we
problem.
go. Tuggy, we're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call her, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
All right, man. Just hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You can usually tell a date has gone bad when the person you're on a date with makes an excuse to go in another restaurant and then runs out the back door, never to be seen or heard from again.
Usually a good indicator.
Yeah, Tuggy had that happen to him on his first date. If you're just joining us for the second date update, Tuggy is on the phone. His real name is Daryl, by the way. Tuggy is not his given name. But he met a girl named Megan on Plenty of Fish. He's a bit of a prankster, I guess, and when he picked her up for the date, he pretended like he was going to slam the car into a wall.
What a joke.
Gotcha.
To scare her. It worked. It scared her. But she didn't seem very happy about it. They didn't even make it into the restaurant they were going to because she made an excuse to go across the street to another restaurant, said she had a friend that worked in there, and then bounced out the back door, and he has not heard from her. Tuggy, I was talking to my producer, and he says that you tried to text her about 20 times since your date.
Yeah, well, I wanted to apologize, man. I think I scared her, I wanted to say sorry.
Yeah, I think that says more than I'm sorry.
Yeah. 20 times an apology? That's a lot to text somebody, man.
She was really scared.
Yeah. And Tuggy, don't you think she should have been?
Well, no, she should have been scared if she didn't get it was a joke. Like, if you don't get it's a joke, yeah, it's really scary.
That's good logic.
But you told her it was a joke after, so she should probably lighten up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we smiled and laughed when she got in the car, so I thought, okay, now's a good time for a joke.
And you're hoping to get a second date, or you just want to call and finally talk to her and apologize?
Both, man. I mean, I think the only way to get a second date is if I apologize.
All right. Okay, well, I'm going to call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone. You ready?
Cool.
All right.
Hello,
Hi, is Megan in?
this is she.
Megan, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
Sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning? Nothing?
No, I know who you are, but
Oh, nice. Okay.
um,
I'm calling you because you recently went out with a friend of our radio show on a little bit of a date. His name's Tuggy.
yep, kind of an unforgettable dude.
Tuggy liked you a lot. He emailed us and wanted us to call you and ask why you won't get back to him.
It didn't seem like he liked me. I was not getting that vibe. He basically almost killed me.
Yeah, he told us about that. He feels bad.
Oh, good. He feels bad. I'm glad.
He also told us how you ditched him and made an excuse to go to another restaurant and then ran out their back door. Was it that bad?
Yeah, some of my finest work, actually. I saw the nearest restaurant, and I was like, I know someone that works there. Bye.
Do you regret maybe giving a guy named Tuggy on the internet your address to pick you up?
I didn't. No, his name was not Tuggy when we got together. His name was Daryl. I gave a Daryl my number, and a Tuggy showed up.
Oh, that sounds like the start of a very, very, very bad story. And I guess it was for you, Megan.
Please, from minute one, this guy was a clown. I was like, I can't do this.
Can you explain the date in your words what happened? Because the way that he told us, it didn't sound, I mean, obviously his little stunt sounded like a big deal, but everything else sounded okay.
Honestly, we weren't on a date that long. He picked me up. I said, nice to meet you, Daryl. He said, call me Tuggy. I was like, okay. It basically got worse from there. Then he drove as fast as he could and slammed on the brakes right before hitting a wall.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it was a joke. It was a joke. I'm like, that. I don't know in what world that's a funny joke.
Uh-huh.
Then he drove really slow to kind of like really stick it to me. Like, is this slow enough for you?
Oh, my God. Then
right.
he's condescending on top of
The
it.
jokes continue.
Wow. As you have whiplash in the passenger seat.
Yeah, very funny. Just, I was in stitches.
Sounds like it.
He is driving down the street, and then he's like, if you don't think that's funny, I can do impressions. And then basically started, like, barking like a dog and then was behaving like a sheep. And I was not reacting at all.
Well, they're impressions, yeah.
They
It's an
are.
impression of a dog and a sheep.
Animal noises.
That is, I would be scared. I would think I had just gotten in a car with a psycho killer.
I mean,
It
I
was a
not happy.
joke. It was just a joke.
Megan, that's Tuggy. He's actually been on the other line listening this whole time.
God, why would you do that? I just told you that this person, I don't want anything to do with him. I don't understand why you would put me on the phone with him.
Man, why do you make me out as like some sort of serial killer? All I just wanted to do was have a good time, you know? It's like,
Your idea of a good time is near-death experiences followed up by acting like a jack.
That sounds like fun to me, Tuggy.
And it sounds like a perfect recap.
Honestly,
of all, even if we hit
there's a
that
girl
wall-
out there that likes almost dying and then getting barked at, good luck to her.
God. We didn't almost die. Even if we hit the wall, we were just like maybe had like a broken wrist.
That's it.
How comforting. Good for you.
You know, listen, I am seriously sorry. I know you were scared, and that's not what I was going for. You know, I just got the vibe that you would be into some sort of practical joking, and like, you know, I read the situation wrong, and I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to say.
Why do I feel like even right now you're joking? I mean, within minutes, I felt like my life was at risk, and I found you completely off-putting. I don't know anyone that would enjoy what you were doing in your behavior. And
Is he barking?
I can't. All right. Well, I'm glad you got that out. You're a f***ing idiot. I have nothing to do with you. I really hope you're happy.
Tuggy, you're not helping your case by barking at her.
You just can't stop the jokes, man.
It is a pretty good impersonation of a dog.
Thanks. I've been working on it for a long time.
We can tell.
I mean, like, should I apologize for who I am? I don't know.
No.
I guess so. Is that what I need to do?
No, I mean, if that's who you are, Tuggy, own it, you know? But you and Megan clearly don't click.
You know, man, she made me feel real bad. Like, I
Poor
feel
guy.
real bad.
Oh, no. I made him feel sad.
Yeah, Megan. I'm assuming, Megan, that you don't want to go out with Tuggy again. We will send you out on a second date and pay for it. I'll even pay for transportation so you don't have to worry about Tuggy driving.
I would rather pay for my own dinner 10 times than see that dude again.
Well, Megan, do you at least have any advice for Tuggy before we let him go in his future dating conquests?
I mean, I wish him luck. I don't really know.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. I'm done. He wins. He really wins. He wins.
Yep. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna be me, and you know what? So I'm sorry for that.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
You just be you, Tuggy.
Yes.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole